Play in the match of the round, round 12, Gembrook, Cockatoo and Emerald. And up they go, Snoxville flew early and won the tap down, and the Brookers with an early opportunity at a centre clearance, and they've won themselves a free kick, so they should be able to go inside forward 50 off the back of this. It's a wobbly ball, no mark can be taken. Here's an opportunity for Alcott, got the handball away but he couldn't find a target. In goes Frankie Trott and Damien Volter, and the umpire calls for it, and we will have an early stoppage inside the forward 50 of Gembrook, Cockatoo. So can the Brookers get an early goal, get some confidence? As the umpire throws the ball aloft, up it goes. Kapanki should be able to win the tap. He was looking for Sewers, but he might have just turned it over. So it looks like Jake Petter has started on the ball for today's game. As we have another stoppage, so it's a bit of a gridlock.
It's a good trump card to have, isn't it, Aidan?
Oh, I know exactly right. And it's really good when your captain can have a bit of versatility in his game and play multiple positions. So again, Kapanki in the ruck, this time up against Bourne. Kapanki wins a tap back into the corridor. It's a dangerous option, but here we go. Here's a turnover. Aaron Ferrito taking in the tackle straight away. It was good strong work there by Wyatt Hanson. And we will have another stoppage inside Gembrook, Cockatoo's attacking end of the ground. So up it goes. Kapanki and Bourne in the ruck. Kapanki wins the tap again, dangerously back towards the corridor. Here is Frankie Trott. Can he spin his way out of trouble? No, he can't. Ran into a brick wall. And the umpire again calls for it. We'll have another stoppage. So what can Gembrook, Cockatoo manufacture here? Just can't seem to break free. Kapanki and Bourne. Bourne probably got the better of that tap. Petter, and they're tracking back towards the boundary line to Emerald. Paquita sees it over, so now it'll be a boundary throw into the forward pocket for Gembrook, Cockatoo. So no real free-flowing play for the moment in the match of the round. So now it looks like Ferrito's going to go up in the ruck up against Kapanki. Up it goes. Ferrito to the front. Kapanki though won it from the back. Again the ball heads towards the boundary line. And again, ball trickles over. So another boundary throw in. So a bit of a slow start to the match of the round.
It's a serious gridlock down the and that front pocket there.
It's not a whole lot happening, so another boundary throw in. Kapanki and Ferrito. Ferrito to the front. Again though, Kapanki wins it from the back, but it's sharked. High ball to the top of the square. Can someone take a mark here for the Brookers? Sporting fists it away momentarily. Here's a kick towards goal, and it's offline. So they just couldn't quite get the hook on it. We'll find out who.
That was Trott.
Frankie Trott.
Frankie Trott. There we go. So Gembrook, Cockatoo do open their account early days, and Emerald go out wide, and Harvey Sills has got in the back pocket.
So Harvey Sills now in the back pocket. Has a look around and centres a ball in. Can it might be taken? No. Could be turned over here, but it's balled down and getting it after is Bailey Gross, and he goes wide. Can they mop this ball up? Kick off the ground here. On the far side of the ground, no one really getting to it. It's going to be helped over the line. Sess gets in pursuit of it, and it's going to be a boundary thrown on the far side of the ground. So the umpire to ball this one back in. Kapanki and Snoxville will go at it. Ball thrown into play. Kapanki probably got the better of the appeal for a free kick too. Sewers gets the clearing kick out, but Marley Williams picks it up, then tucks it under his arm, runs through a few, then puts a high up and under kick. Frankie Trott's in the area. Can he hold on to it? Almost thought he had it. Goes in with second efforts. Ball at the bottom of the pack, but Emerald looked to see to run away with it. Gembrook, Cockatoo now. Couple of handballs, but it's all Emerald back here. Can a mark be taken? Yes, he can. Doing well there, Luke Spalding. Obviously coming across from Yarra Junction. Yep. Spalding now. Mentioned he's playing more of a lockdown role this year in our pre-game interview. So he plays on. Oh. Kick is smothered. Really good stuff, but Sporting goes back and gets it. Frankie Trott's in the area. Can they hang on to this? Ball at the bottom of the pack. Peeling for holding the ball, but the umpire says no.
Gee, that was very lax from Luke Spalding there, Adam.
It certainly was. I just don't think you realised how close the man on the mark really was.
Chris Bourne, it looked like it might have been with the smother. The ball's thrown up now. Panky probably got the tap of that. Trott in the area again. He's looking dangerous early. Ball stays into play, but then it's helped over the line for another boundary throw in. So Frankie Trott's looking very dangerous early, and they're dominating the territory battle so far. Gembrook, Cockatoo will be interested to see if this is the scoring end with that breeze coming across.
Emerald have not been forward to centre as of yet.
So ball to be thrown into play now. Front into play it is. Kapanki front position, he grabs the other ruck, but he's met with a tackle by Bourne. Can they get a clear and kick away here? Gembrook, Cockatoo a goal. No, the umpire blows his whistle, and he's going to ball this one up again. So they're applying some good defensive pressure, just can't get it out of there. It's really good that Emerald haven't conceded a goal as of yet with the defensive pressure, but just can't get it past outside the defensive 50. Kapanki wins the tap down, but it's all Gembrook Cockatoo. Aaron Ferrito gets a handball out, looking for Volta. Volta goes in, ball at the bottom of the pack. Can he get a handball out? Emerald go in and try and get it. Trying to clear it. There was McKimmie.
So a stoppage at half forward for Gembrook Cockatoo. So as Trent mentioned, Emerald just can't get the ball forward to centre, but they've done pretty well not concede a goal at this point. Kapanki, I don't think a Gembrook Cockatoo nominated because he went up all on his own. Here's an opportunity for Tilly. Tricky one to handle. It's currently in the hands of Hudson Jenner, but he's taken an attack, and we're going to have another stoppage inside the forward 50 of the Brookers.
I want to see if Gembrook Cockatoo nominate a ruckman this time. I think the last 2 or 3 contests there's only been one go up for Emerald.
So Tilly's going to go up on the ruck this time, but Kapanki wins it. Carasoni couldn't gather it cleanly. Here's an opportunity. Jake Petter gets him out of the defensive 50, but he's turned it over. Schultz has snuck forward. Aaron Ferrito, handball back into the corridor. Dangerous one, but it worked out in the end to Shepherd. Marley Williams tries to put him inside forward 50. A scrubby ball off the boot. Carasoni wins the hard pill. He gets the handball away. Picked up beautifully by Isaac Seskus, and he gets the ball moving forward on that occasion to Brad Pepe, who can put him inside forward 50. Tricky one to handle, though. And it was a Jack McGough was unable to win it. Schultz out wide in a 1-on-1 against Wadsworth. Tilly comes back into the corridor. Here is Braden Weller. Kicks to half forward. Frankie Trott once again been very busy in this first quarter. Trott puts him inside forward 50 to a 1-on-1 looking for Ferrito. It's over his head. Here's an opportunity though again for the Brookers. And the ball into the behind post. It's going to be thrown back into play. So another stoppage in Gembrook Cockatoo's forward 50.
You could see it looked like Snoxall was going to pick it up and put it through for a goal, but just couldn't get there quick enough.
So another boundary throw in. Up it goes. Kapanki. Can he get front position? Yes, he does. Taps towards the boundary line. Pakitas. Volta did beautifully though. Can he swing around to the right? He'll centre the ball. Looking for Frankie Trott. Carasoni got front spot on him though. Was that high tackle? Yes, it was. So Emerald should be able to exit defence here. Just a little bit too overzealous with the tackle with the Brookers attackers, and Emerald just need to get a little bit of composure here. That's a dangerous one. They're going to turn it over. Bourne should put him inside forward 50. His handball didn't quite hit the target as well as he would have liked. Tilly tries to sell the candy. Eventually he does. Looking for Bourne. And again, Emerald forced the turnover. So it was well read there by Bailey Gross, who goes out wide. That's a really good kick as well to Edwards, who was met with a bit of harsh contact. Comes back into the corridor. That's a good kick. Did that really well to Pepe. Pepe looks to go through the corridor, dishes it off beautifully, and now the Bombers are away. Kick goes out wide. Isaac Seskus goes over his head, but he can put him inside forward 50. Oh, the mark can't be taken, but there's a free kick.
High contact Johnson. Free kick.
And it is David Johnson.
David Johnson, yes.
So the Bombers will get a first look at goal in the afternoon. Dave Johnson, of course, across from Yarra Junction a couple of years ago. Part of the 2023 Premiership side in Division 1 for the Bombers, and now the playing coach. Can he convert this opportunity? About 7 minutes into the first quarter from right of the arc of about 45. Looks pretty good off the boot, just across the face. No mark can be taken. Still a chance though of the Bombers, but they're forced a turnover, and Braden Weller can get Gembrook Cockatoo out of their defensive 50.
So the ball out of the defensive 50 now, but Emerald looked like they might have got it here, but Gembrook Cockatoo mop it up, and now they get a couple of handballs. Now kick down the line to the pack. Can a mark be taken out the back? No, it can't, but it falls to the back. It's all Emerald. They mop it up here. Spalding now shrugs off the tackle. Handball at the top to Kapanki. Kapanki back to Spalding. Spalding, a little bit of a fumble. Then he's knocked off the ball, but he's going to get a free kick. I thought it was to the side, but the umpire's giving this one in the back, so Spalding now will be able to reset play from this free kick at half back. Plays on and puts a kick down the line to a pack. It looks like it's all Gembrook Cockatoo numbers. No player could mark it though. It falls to the front of the pack. The umpire blows his whistle to ball this one up.
I'll tell you what, boys. The one great thing about being outside in particular, you can smell the barbecue, and I'm starving.
Don't worry, I tasted it already. Beautiful, beautiful. So the ball's thrown back up now. Kapanki wins the tap down. And Tilly now though for Gembrook Cockatoo, handballs over the top. Now they move the ball through Ferrito, gets over to Volta. Volta, can he pick it up? He's going to get a hold of the man. Free kick. Thought about using the man off the running half back, decided against it. So he has a look around. Now kick down the line. Can a mark be making? Here's Trott. He's been busy. Outside 50. He's having a look at his round. His eyes are darting. Then he's saying, I'm putting it to the square or having a shot.
I think they're about 45 arcs here, not quite the full 50.
So Frankie Trott tucked up on a tight angle on the boundary here. Kick on its way, and the wind has not played any favours to him there. It's gone out of bounds on the full, and they'll be able to reset play here for Ewan Wadsworth in Emerald. So Wadsworth will get this from back pocket as the ball is just received from the car park and immediately plays on. The umpire says, no, mate, you got to come behind your line.
So we're 10 minutes into the first quarter and only the one behind so far.
He's going to be happy that he got the umpire to bring that one back, because he's kicked that straight out of bounds across the face of goal. So a bit of a mulligan there for Wadsworth.
Yep.
So Wadsworth now gathers the ball now. So here we go. We reset play here. Umpire gets in behind the line this time. Then Wadsworth goes short. Does that nice to Spalding. Spalding sees something he'll like down the line. Rakula takes a nice mark. It's on the far side of the ground now. Has a look around, nothing really given to him, so just goes short over the top. Can a mark be taken? That's a really nice mark.
Well,
in the end, taken by Pepe.
No, it's been called out.
Oh, he must have juggled it over the line. Didn't have full control of it, so they'll throw this one back into play.
So boundary throw in on the far side of the ground. Still forward to centre for Gembrook Cockatoo. They've dominated the territory. The Brookers just haven't been able to convert their opportunities. So boundary throw and Kapanki to the front, comes back into the corridor. Locked up in a tackle. And we are going to have another stoppage on the far side wing here at Gembrook Recreation Reserve. So who can break away here? As mentioned, we've now gone 11 and a half minutes in the first quarter and still just the one behind. That went the way of the Brookers and Frankie Trott. Now Emerald come through the corridor. Really good kick as well. And they've done that really well. Kick finding Kai Davies, who can put the Bombers inside forward 50. He pulls the kick a little bit shorter though. Seskas on hands and knees. Can he get it out? No, he can't. Umpire circling, and he's going to penalise him for holding the ball. So the Brookers can rebound off half back. Recipient of the free kick, not too sure. So Gembrook Cockatoo with ball in hand for the moment. Aaron Ferrito provides a lead. The ball's going to go beyond him though. Might fall into the lap of Luke Sporting. Interesting ball off the bounce. Now it's currently in the hands of Gross. Comes into the corridor. Did that well to Edwards, who wastes no time. Gets them moving up the line. Beautifully done that occasion there to Rakula and Sewers. Gross gets the handle away just in time. Wadsworth goes out wide. Edwards puts the Bombers inside forward 50, but he's kicked to no one in particular.
No, he was going for the Seagulls. Going for the Seagulls.
He might have been, but he's even done it to kick it out in the full.
There we go. So he's turned it over completely. So Schultz, the recipient of the free kick, comes back into the corridor dangerously. It just fell into the lap of Tilly. Johnson was lurking. Tilly with a short one. Back to Schultz. So a slow, methodical build-up here for Gembrook Cockatoo. Schultz not really too sure where to go. Asks for someone to come at him. Kicks down the line. And he does that pretty well. Finds a set of hands. Tilly again is involved. Tries to sell the canter on Edwards, but he didn't buy it. Kick down the line. Nearly turned over. Opportunity now for Emerald to force a turnover, but the Brookers doing everything they can to get this ball inside forward 50. Eventually they should be able to do that. Really good work, but they've turned it over. Sewers takes an easy intercept mark. And now Emerald can rebound out of the back half. Seskas takes a good strong mark. He's got options out wide if he can spot him. Hanson was one of those, so too Spalding, and that's where he goes. He's got Carasoni short. Won't go for him, goes out wide, and that should work out in the end. And he's done pretty well on that occasion there to find Braden Bell. Bell down the line. Good fist coming in there off the hands of Hudson Jenner, and he escorts it over the boundary line. It'll be thrown back into play in the broadcast wing. So still just the one behind, 13 and a half into the first quarter. And it's another stoppage. We've seen plenty of those so far in this match of the round. So Stephen Kapanki to go up on the ruck again for Emerald. And he just grabs it from the back. Here we go. Matt Edwards should be able to put him inside forward 50, but he dishes off to Brad Pepe, who will put him inside forward 50. His kick is smothered. Pepe goes again. Short one. Comes to Wadsworth. Kick around his body. Does he have the hook on it? No, he doesn't. And it'll go through for a behind. So scores a level here in the match of the round. One behind apiece. 14 minutes into the first quarter.
So they'll bring the ball back into play for Schultz. And a short kick. Can they hold him to the mark? Yes, they do. To Martini. Very interesting high number, 94, Aiden.
Yeah, exactly right, Trent.
Kick down the line. I don't think I've seen one that high since we've been calling down here, but it's going to trickle over the boundary line here in front of the interchange bench there of Gembrook Cockatoo.
I think Michael Bourne used to wear 99, but he wears number 18 these days. So, 46 in fact.
I have seen someone play in a 99 before, but I reckon calling here 94 is one of the highest ones I've seen.
No.
You don't see many go in the 90s.
No.
Get a couple of 70s.
Yep.
Ball thrown back into play now. Fighting for front position. Kapanki appeals to the free kick. None going to him, though. And now Gembrook Cockatoo can bring the ball back inside. Can a mark be taken? No, but it could work out here. Running away with it there is Lesky. Out to centre half forward. Appeal for holding the ball. The umpire says no prior opportunity. So it's going to be a ball up centre half forward here for Gembrook Cockatoo. Still yet to find a goal. And we've been going 15 minutes in the first quarter. We want goals, boys. We want goals. The ball thrown up now. Kapanki with the tap down. So it gets a handball out. Now they can get a clearing kick. Emerald to the middle of the ground. Can a mark be taken? Not quite holding on to it. There was Bell. And they can link up for a few handballs with Gembrook Cockatoo got on the turnover, but then they've turned it over and Brown just thumps it inside forward 50. Schultz tries to go back with the flight, couldn't hold the mark, but goes back with the one-handed pickup and does that brilliantly. Now a handball back to Schultz, tries to get around the tackle. Is that one too many? I think it is, but Emerald have got it. They've got a player out the back here. It's a free kick, but it's going to be an advantage and it's going to be a kick towards goal. And the first goal, I told you boys, we want goals, and a goal's been kicked by McGough.
There we go. So it took 16 minutes, but eventually we have a goal. Jack McGough has provided it, and Emerald do get the start that they wanted.
How good's a Joe the Goose at the back sometimes? You just get it. And then I was a big Joe the Goose guy.
Well, just for a second there, Trent, I thought it was going to go Gembrook's way, and it wasn't going to pan out, but they do get one and get... always the first goal's always welcome, isn't it? You certainly take it. It's taken a little bit longer than both teams would have wanted, but Emerald do get it, and the ball comes back into the middle.
So 1-1-7 to 1 behind. Emerald lead this by 6 points. Shivering a bit, Aiden. A bit cold in the wind?
Yeah, it's freezing. More in the shade, I think, but that's all right.
Ball's thrown back up. And it's in the middle of the ground now. Tackle's been laid. No clear possession being won. There's been a handball scrambled out, but another tackle laid. The umpire waits to blow his whistle, and he blows his whistle. He does, and he'll ball this one up in the centre circle, just past the centre circle. As they go to ball this one up now, Davies looks like he's coming in the ruck now for Emerald. Snoxville gets the tap down. And again, umpire's going to have to ball this one up. So a couple of stoppages in place here early on after the goal. This ball's thrown up now. Snoxville again wins this tap down. Freo couldn't get anywhere. Now a kick by Davies, which is smothered. Ball still at the bottom of the pack. Can they get a handball out? No, the umpire's going to have to ball this one up again. It's interesting that they can't seem to get it. The bigger ground, it looks like it's shocking Emerald a bit too, but Gembrook aren't using it really either. They've got plenty of inside 50s. Would have liked to see them kicked one from those inside 50s they got.
Exactly right, Trent. So Gembrook Cockatoo, as you mentioned, they've dominated the territory battle, but haven't been able to score as McGough marks one out wide. And this might be an opportunity for the Bombers to make it 2 goals in quick succession. And McGough, in fact, he's going to back himself in on the set shot. So a kick of about 45-ish metres required. On a tight angle, though, McGough. He's already kicked one in the afternoon. He kicked the first one out the back. This is going to test him, but in he comes. It's going to fall short. Kick to the top of the square. Johnson flew, but he was unable to take the mark. Jake Petter gets a handball away. Might be able to gather it off the ground. Huge numbers surrounded. Gembrook Cockatoo desperately trying to get this ball out of there. Is that holding the ball? Not too sure. I think the umpire might have called for a stoppage.
Held the ball, free kick.
I know he's holding the ball.
Yeah, gone the way of Emerald.
It's Dave Johnson as well. So this would be a really good start now for Emerald.
I'm trying to see.
It is Dave Johnson, I'm pretty sure. No, it's Matt Edwards. Matt Edwards can line up from only about 15 metres out. Bit of an angle to deal with, but shouldn't have too many troubles from here, you would think. And this would be very handy for the Bombers if they can make it 2 quick goals and make it a 12-point margin. So in comes Edwards. Important one, this one for the Bombers. And he puts it straight over the goal, umpire's cap. And the Bombers have the second on the afternoon. 2-1-13 to 1 behind. We've been going 19 minutes into the first quarter. And Emerald skip away to a 12-point margin.
Jeez, it wasn't convincing. I thought the wind was going to take him to the last second. Although, oh no. As soon as you've called it earlier, I'm like, oh no, it's going to go into the post.
Well, it looked like it was going dead straight, as you said, Trent. And then the second...
I was like, oh no, he's gone early. Now it's going to go into the post. But he snuck it home.
I did stay very quiet during that. I was like, didn't even breathe. I was just like, oh, yeah, all right, no worries. It's gone through. So it's a good goal from Matt Edwards. 12-point margin, as you said. So back to the middle we are. I think it's been a bit scrappy this game. I think both teams want to. I think both teams want to execute based on their position on the field. And they're maybe trying to do one too many handballs in the middle, lots of turnovers in the middle.
Well, I think, Gembrook will be a bit disappointed because they had all that territory to start off the game and they've only managed the one behind. Emerald have certainly gained some ascendancy in the territory battle and they've been able to convert a few opportunities.
Yeah.
So take 2 in the centre. So if you're just tuning in, the Bombers lead by 12 points, 2-1-13 to Gembrook Cockatoo, one behind. Carasoni dishes off to Kapanki, gets a little scrubby kick away. Opportunity here for Snoxel. Handball comes back into the corridor. Oh, bounced away from him. And now the Bombers go inside forward 50 once again. Long ball to the top of the square. Good strong mark was taken though. And Gembrook Cockatoo can exit defence. Schultz goes out wide and finds Weller. Weller wastes no time. Long kick down the line. Looking for Bova, but he was unable to take the mark. But he might have won a free kick for a chop of the arms, and he did. So Bova assesses the options down the line. He's got a lead being provided to him by Walker, but he's going to go beyond him. Kick to about half forward. Plenty of players fly. No one can gather the ball cleanly. Alcott, good strong tackle was laid. And through comes the umpire. We'll have a stoppage at half forward for Gembrook Cockatoo. So what can they manufacture here? The Brookers yet to kick a goal in this game. So Kai Davies will go up on the ruck this time for Emerald, but it was Snoxel who won it. Gross eventually gets the ball under his control, but he's locked up in a tackle by Volta. And again, another stoppage at half forward for the Brookers. Now ticked into 21 minutes into this first quarter. So again, it'll be Davies and Snoxel. Snoxel wins the tap. Shark though by Wadsworth, but he's taken on the tackle by Frader. There's appeal for ball. And it's going to go the Brookers' way, so they'll get a look here. So this to get one back for Gembrook Cockatoo. So really important this goes through in the latter stages of this first quarter. So they trail by 12 points at the moment to Gembrook Cockatoo. And I believe it is Brad Frader who will line them up. From about 35 metres, a little bit of an angle to deal with. So really crucial this for the Brookers. In comes Frader. Starts at left. Is it coming back? No, it's not. It's offline. And the Brookers with their second behind, the afternoon. Cut the margin back to 11 points, but they really needed that goal. As Emerald can bring the ball back into play.
So Emerald bring the ball back into play. Short kick. Done that well. Got it over to Carasoni. Carasoni now has a look around. Decides to go wide. Does that well. Tucked up in the half-back line. Now they go short. Mark being taken. Yes, it can. Nice mark taken by Gazard. Has a look around. Then opts to go wide. Does a kick stay in play? Yes, it does. So now they go down the line. That was Petter going down the line, but it's going to be turned over. Oh, it's a downfield free kick by the looks of it. So they'll have another look at this. Here's Petter. Kick down the line. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can, but it's by Schultz. Going off, working off Johnson and taking the intercept mark. Done that well. So Schultz has a look around, then decides to go just down the line. And a nice mark taken there by Snoxel. Then he goes down the line as well. So they're building up along the boundary line here. Can they get it out the back here? Picking it up cleanly. Nicely done there by Jenner. Couple of handballs out. Can they get the clear in possession? A lot of tackles being laid and pressure being laid, so no one can really get it. Wadsworth breaks out, then gets a handball over the top. Then they bring it inside. 50 kick, but Schultz is there again to cut it off. But he's met with a strong tackle. Just manages to get the handball away. Wadsworth picks it up, brings it into Davies. Davies fumbles it, but Marley Williams goes in and gets the handball out. Now they can go here. Handball out. Gembrook Cockatoo. They've done this well. Jenner goes wide to Volta. Volta just kicks it down the line to looking for Trott. Unable to hold the mark. Just blowing over his head, and they chase after it here. Can they get a clean possession here? Not really. We've been going 23 and a half minutes in this quarter as they get the handball out the back. Emerald look to try and mop this up. Wadsworth, we know, finds plenty of the footy. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can. Nicely done there. Nice mark taken by Aiden Gross. So Aiden Gross at half back. Just wheels around and kicks it down the line. Looking for Johnson, almost cut off there. And they get the handball. They bring it inside 50, but great smother laid there by Gembrook Cockatoo. Snoxel as they get the handball out. And umpire's going to ball this one up.
That's a bit confusing, Trent. We've got Snoxel as 16 on our list, but I'm pretty sure he's number 39. So
I just literally read
as soon as I said it, I read the number, but then I was like, no. But now we get the handball out, trying to burst their way through Emerald. A great tackle by Snoxel, and he's going to pee in the back. A bit of feedback from the crowd too. So now they'll have a look around. So Petter will get the free kick here for Emerald.
So Petter sends him down the line looking for Carasoni. Good strong mark taken by Carasoni. No, it's Johnson, in fact. Johnson puts him inside forward 50. He's got a lead from McGough, but he's unable to get to the front position. And Gembrook Cockatoo can rebound off the half-back line. Long kick down the line is a good one to where mystery number 16, but he couldn't take the mark. And now again, Emerald, they can go inside forward 50. Here's the captain, Jake Petter, pulls the kick. Looking for McGough, but it falls short, but it'll still work out in the end. So here is an opportunity for Will Gazzard. So Gazzard, I think, might back himself in from range. No, he's going to set it up to the top of the square. Is this a 25-metre penalty?
Someone's been put down behind play here.
So I'll find out, what does the umpire think? Is it...
Everyone seems to be going at that.
Carasoni they're going at.
Here we go. So might be a free kick to Emerald inside forward 50, which could be pretty disastrous here for Gembrook Cockatoo if they've conceded a free kick right in front of goal. So
no, I think the ball's going to come back by the looks of it.
There we go. So not too sure what's going on here, but yeah, it's going to come back to Gazzard.
Don't know how that works.
Maybe I can't remember who it was.
I really wish we get the umpires mic'd up, because I feel this happens every week. There's always a couple of moments we're just not too sure about. Long kick inside forward 50.
It's helped on his way down too.
Yeah, but there's been a free kick paid to Gembrook Cockatoo.
Yeah, there was a bit of a hold, arms around, and that will do us for quarter time here in the match of the round so far. And Emerald with the only 2 goals kicked in that first quarter, 2-1-13. They lead Gembrook.
Pick goes on after it too.
Just the 2 behind.
Johnson and Williams.
So 11-point difference at the first change. Take a look at some scores from around the grounds in the Outer East. We'll go through Premier Division first of all. Of course, another action-packed week out here in Outer East football, netball. Alinda Ferny Creek 3-4-22 in Premier Division led Upway Tacoma 3-2-20. Wandon 3-5-23 led Monbulk 2-3-15. Mount Evelyn have got the jump on Hillsville 3-4-22. They lead the Bloods 1 goal straight 6. And Woorialek 3-2-20 lead Officer 2-1-13. Adam, take us through Division 1.
So Division 1, Seville started hot, 3 goals 0-18 to Belgrade.
Here. So once again, Kapanki and Snoxel to do battle on the ruck. Snoxel wins a tap, and he got it straight down to Josh Chili, but he's taken the tackle straight away. Little backwards kick actually worked out pretty well. Unfortunately, Frater, his teammate, was taken in a tackle straight away. So it'll be take 2 in the centre. So again, Kapanki and Snoxel. Snoxel starting to get a little bit of ascendancy in the ruck, up against a pretty worthy opponent in Stephen Kapanki. He was quite a versatile ruckman, particularly quite good at ground level. I think it's one of the things that really impressed me about Stephen Kapanki's game. Often ruckmen do struggle at ground level, which is fair enough given it's usually a tall player's game. But Frater kicks around his body to half forward, beautifully done, and he's found Bourne. So Chris Bourne puts the Brookers inside forward 50 for Rito. He's looking for it. He can't take the mark, but he was held. And Michael Frater will get a look from about 30 out directly in front.
The ideal start here.
Yeah, exactly right. They've got some connection inside forward 50. Now can Spud go back and kick the goal? His team really needs this to get it back to a 5-point difference and really just to kick some life into his team. Michael Ferrito. A Gembrook Cockatoo still, of course, 275 games with North Melbourne in the AFL as well. Then he comes, looks pretty good off the boot. And it holds the line. The Brookers have their first of the afternoon. Michael Ferrito provides the goal. It's back to a 5-point difference. 1-2 out of the Brookers to Emerald 2-1-13. We've been going 1.5 minutes into the second quarter, in fact.
It's exactly the start that the Brookers wanted just there. So it's right how you want to start the quarter. A goal early in the quarter, we say, a minute 30 in, right? Yep. So that's exactly what I was talking about. I think the Gembrook Cockatoo have the ability to make better use of their forward 50 entries, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. And get the free kick either way, probably could have marked it as well. So that's exactly what making most of your opportunities looks like.
No, you're absolutely spot on, Adam. He's always an imposing presence down in that forward line as Michael Frater. So up it goes once again. Snoxel again wins the tap. Frater eventually gets under his control, trying to spin out of trouble, but Gazzard got him in a good strong tackle, and it'll be take 2 in the centre. Emerald managing to gain a couple of metres despite not having the ball in hand. So once again, the umpire throws it aloft. Kapanki wins the tap, but Frater sharked it. He couldn't gather it cleanly though. They try to go inside forward 50 there. The Bombers off the boot of Brown, and they're going to win themselves a free kick for high contact. So we'll find out in a moment who the recipient was. I think it might be Gazzard, who looks a bit sore.
It's going to get 12.
I think you're right, Trent. It is a 25-metre penalty, so this will in fact be a shot at goal. So something from nothing here for Emerald. Will Gazzard will get a look from about 25 out directly in front. So this for the instant response for the Bombers. And this will certainly be quite welcome after conceding the first of the second quarter. They can push this right back out to an 11-point difference in the blink of an eye. So Gazard from directly in front for the Bombers' third goal of the afternoon. In he comes. What can he do from here? Looks pretty good off the boot. Goal umpire does not move, and the Bombers get the instant response. 3-1-19 they are to Gembrook Cockatoo. 1-2-8. We'll be going 3 minutes into the second quarter, and just like that, Adam, the Bombers push it back out to 11 points.
Yeah, exactly right. So that's another short possession game, and just straight away right into the hands of Gazard, who got the 25-metre penalty and then ended up slotting it. And my brain's ticking over for numerology at the moment. 25, kicked one from 25 after getting a 25. So
still limping too. So
and he was pretty happy about it, and I think he should be. So that's another lead back out to 11 for Emerald.
It's ball back in the middle now. Kampanki went early, so Snoxel gets it down. And then they mop it up here. They look to go forward here. The Brookers kick in there, but could be cut off here. Unable to take the intercept mark. Going in hard is Volta. He looks to be playing a bit more half forward rather than half back. So now Kampanki gets the handball over the back. The handball misses Sewers. Now they go handball over the top. They try to get the clearing kick through Pedder, but the kick is smothered. Wadsworth is chasing after it, but they get the handball over to Aaron Ferretto, puts it on his boot, but I think this one's got out of bounds on the full, and that it has. So Emerald will be the recipient of the out of bounds on the full free kick, but no one wants to take the kick.
Yeah, we'll find out in a moment.
Is that Ferretto?
Here we go. So no one wanted to take a kick. Ferretto was like, I'll take it. But they'll look to bring the ball back into play here, Emerald. That was very strange. No one came up to take the kick. So now it goes down. Sewers cuts across, but didn't quite make it to him. Kick off the ground, but Tilly picks it up, looking for Volta, doesn't get it, but Tilly grabs it, trucks around one, dances around the other, then for the finish. How is it? What a goal from Josh Tilly! Shrugged off one tackle, danced around the other, and then goes bang.
Fantastic.
Classy finish. He's known for his contested ball work, but that was just classy on the outside.
That was fantastically done, Trent. And once again, that'll just really kick some life into this game. So we've already seen 3 goals in this second quarter after only seeing 2 for the entirety of the first. So a bit more free-flowing now, and Josh Tilly with a classy finish on the right boot.
Captain's goal, only captains can kick.
Yeah, exactly right,
just
Trent.
Just about to say that to you, Trent.
This ball going to be back in the middle, so we've got a bit of a game on now with the second quarter action. A bit more goals flowing, so I did call for it, and they're delivering now.
Exactly right. Finally some connection inside forward 50 and converting some opportunity, so it's back in the middle again, Kampanki and Snoxel. It's been a pretty even battle in the ruck so far. Up it goes. Snoxel went early. Kampanki waited at ground level and won the tap. It's a hard ball to gather at ground level. Ferreira eventually gets under his control, and he gets them moving forward to half forward. Finds Bourne, who takes a good strong mark overhead. Bourne wheels around onto the right boot looking for Ferreiro. Was there a hole? No, umpire calls them to go. Ferreiro checks side on the right boot, but it's well and truly offline.
He saw his reaction straight. His head just went, oh my God.
Looked straight up at the sky, went, oh my goodness me.
So Emerald with a reprieve in defence. A free kick in the back pocket. Bailey Gross will be the recipient. Wadsworth provides a lead, and that's where he'll go. So Ewan Wadsworth, oh no, it's flown over his head. Might still work out though for Matt Edwards, but Gembrook Cockatoo provides some good pressure. We will have a stoppage at half forward for the Brookers. So the kick from Gross, not the best. Didn't really help out Ewan Wadsworth. So up it goes once again. Neither ruck was able to win the tap. Ball comes to ground level. There's an opportunity for our mystery 16 who puts him inside forward 50. Again looking for Ferreiro. The Emerald defenders didn't communicate with each other. Here's Aaron Ferreiro, but he's taken in the tackle straight away. Emerald want ball and they're going to get it. So again, a free kick in the back pocket for the Bombers. And again, I believe it's Gross who will be the recipient. Gross comes back into the corridor, which is dangerous. Oh, gee, the bounce goes awry, though. And this might work out for Dale Carasoni out the back. Just paddles it in front of himself. Couldn't gather it clean there, though. Opportunity here for Liam Henson, was it? No, in fact, it was Jenner. Another turnover, though. Kick around the body's a good one. Falls into the agency of Aidan Gross, who gets the Bombers to about half forward, kicks to a 1-1 through the hands of Schultz. Johnson, was he tripped? No, umpire calls him to go. Henson wins the race to the ball. And it's going to be a boundary thrown on the outer side at about half forward for the Bombers. So pretty chaotic stuff on the outer side wing. So Emerald do force a stoppage. Can they get one back inside forward 50? Can they regain this 11-point margin that they had at quarter time? So Kampanki and Snoxel to do battle in the ruck. Up it goes. Snoxel gets to the front and he wins the tap. Carasoni couldn't win the race to the ball. And we'll have another stoppage on the outer side. So again, it's a bit of a gridlock on the outer side of the ground. The free-flowingness in this second quarter just died off a little bit for the moment. Kapanki gets a fingertipper on it. Now the Bombers might be able to go inside forward 50. Gross was unable to gather it cleanly. And a free kick for high contact going to go the way of the Brookers.
So the Brookers will get this free kick on the far side of the ground at half-back.
Is that Michael Bourne who's got it?
Yeah, I think it might be Adam. Nearly called you Aiden. The double A batteries. So now down the line. Can it be taken? No. Punch by Spalding. Is it going to stay in play? Yes, it does. Mopping it up there for Emerald was Aiden Gross. They can put it back into 450. Johnson flies and Johnson holds on. Some great defensive pressure there from Schultz. Matter of fact, I don't think he's held on to it. The umpire's called play on. I don't know why. I thought he had it. Must have got it at ground level. Must have dropped it as he hit the ground. But now they can go back forward here. Gembrook Cockatoo get a kick moving forward through Alcott. Down the line, no mark can be taken. Spalding tries to go for the intercept mark and it kicks forward now. They pick it up cleanly? Yes, they can. Michael Verito, handball at the back. Back to Tilly. Again, dances the round one, but this time does a little bit too much, but then gives the handball off to the running player. How's the finish? Just across the face, coming off the boot there, Brad Frater.
Yep, he's second behind for the afternoon.
I thought Josh Tilly was going to do it again.
Yeah,
because he did swipe the tackle, but then he couldn't dance around the second one this time. So they'll bring the ball back into play here, Emerald. From the defensive 50, they play on. And let's go down the line. They've got a couple options there. Hansen's one of them. But flying over the top and taking that mark was Snoxel. Snoxel immediately plays on, but then kicks it really to grass. Nothing really grabbing it. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to come back to Tilly. Tilly points his fingers exactly where he wants his forwards to lead. Now he plays on, wheels around, puts it to the top of the square. Can a mark be taken out the back? Flying high, unable to take it was Bourne, but goes back in and gets it. But he's tackled at ground level. Ball the ball in the pack. Handball at the back. This time, Frater. This time he finishes. Third time's the charm for Frater. He kicks his first.
There we go. Second lead change of the game now as well. Gembrook Cockatoo get it back. They had it for most of the first quarter. And as you mentioned, Trent Brad Frater this time finds the middle. So 2 points of difference, 3-3-21 now to 3-1-19. We're going 10 minutes into the second quarter.
This second quarter's been really off the back of skipper Josh Tilly. I think he's really lifted in his second quarter and he's just put his team on his back and he's just driven the standards. And now that they obviously hit the front by 2 points now, but they're really putting up the challenge to Emerald, saying we're not going down without a fight. We know how the rivalry and how close it was last time, but we'll lead the charge, and Josh Tilly's the one leading that train.
I think you're absolutely right, Trent. Really like the game of Paddy Snox on the ruck as well. He's competing quite well against Stephen Kapanki and even providing a bit of an outlet up the line, taking a couple of good overhead marks, so it's back in the middle. So let's get a look once again at this battle between Kapanki and Snoxel. Up it goes. I think it was Davies, in fact, who went up on the ruck, and he did win the tap. Carasoni couldn't gather it cleanly, so Gembrook Cockatoo could potentially go inside forward 50 once again. Tricky ball to handle. Emerald forced a turnover, but they've run into a brick wall. And we'll have a stoppage at half forward for Gembrook Cockatoo. So the umpire positions the players. So once again, it'll be Davies up on the ruck up against Snoxel. Davies wins the tap, looking for Sewers. Can he get the bounce of the ball to go his way? No, he can't. And we'll have another stoppage at half forward for Gembrook Cockatoo. So 2 points of difference if you're just tuning in. 3-3-21 to the Brookers to 3-1-19 of Emerald. And again, it'll be Davies and Snoxel. Davies tries to grab it out of the ruck. Volta got him in a tackle. He gets the handball away just in time. Through the middle of the ground go the Bombers. Tricky one to handle. Trying to get it at ground level was Bell. And we will have another stoppage this time right smack bang in the centre of Gembrook Recreation Reserve. So again, it's just a bit of a gridlock at the moment, this game. Up it goes. Davies just got the better of the tap. Nearly shucked by Volta. Sills can put the Bombers inside forward 50. And he's found McGough, but he couldn't stick the mark. They can get this out the back. Kapanki's gone forward. Good strong tackle laid by McGough. Umpire said no prior opportunity. So Schultz maybe got out of jail. He probably didn't quite have enough time, but question whether he maybe took him on, but we'll back the umpire in. So up it goes. Kapanki back in the ruck. He's gone forward for the moment. The tap was one at the back, though, there by Shelton. And the ball trickles over the boundary line. It'll be thrown back into play. About 30 out from goal for Emerald, who've once again got the ball in their half of the ground. So Kapanki will go up on the ruck once again, up against Shelton. Boundary throw in. Our man Aaron Gillard throws it high. Kapanki, yep, no good decision by the umpire. Push Shelton out of the way. And Gembrook Cockatoo can exit their defensive half. Shelton down the line looking for Alcott, who flew and got up at the right time and took a good mark. That was so important because Emerald had all the representation there and would have been back inside forward 50 for sure. So Connor Alcott wheels around onto the right, loads up and sends a long one down the line. Can they find a set of hands here? Sewers couldn't quite stick the mark for Emerald, but he did really well with the second effort. Handball back, though, was intercepted by Shelton, but he was locked up in a tackle straight away. And we'll have another stoppage, this time on the broadcast wing, maybe just forward to centre for Gembrook Cockatoo.
So the ball thrown back up into play here. Tap down. Can they get the handball out? No clear possession being won yet, but it's found its way to trickle outside, but it's going to be a free kick being paid. It's going to come back to Emerald, to Sewers. He'll have a look around. He has to come behind his mark, tried to play on. The umpire was having none of it. So he has a look around now and tries to go short to Carasoni. Carasoni now tucked up on the boundary. Opts to just go down the line. Can it might be taken out the back? No, it's found its way out the back. McGough is there though. He picks it up cleanly, runs around, then gives a handball out the back. Snap towards goal. They got Davies at the back. Can Davies hold on to it? Not quite, but Gavin's on the rebound and then puts it straight through. Davies with his first.
Here we go. Third lead change of the game now. Emerald get themselves back in front, 4-1-25 to 3-3-21.
Nearly pulled off the one-handed mark too, but then was a good recovery to follow up and put it through.
Yep, exactly right, Trent. It was good vision as well. Didn't think they were going to spot him for a moment, but he did really well, Davies. It was good work rate to get himself out the back, got himself into a great spot. Schultz did everything he could, but Davies was a little bit too good on that occasion, Adam.
Yeah, absolutely he was. And you were very excited, Nate, and you stood out of your chair, pointed right at him, and you were like, look, boys, he's open. But, yeah, no, absolutely. It's really good work rate just there from Emerald. So, really good stuff by Kai Davies to get that goal as the ball eventually starts to make its way back to the centre square. But, yeah, no, I just think that there's been an elevated work rate this quarter from both teams, and it's certainly on. The competition isn't flowing.
No, exactly right. We can really see this rivalry starting to show its true colours, which is absolutely what we love as the ball's back in the middle.
Well, they're very, very close neighbours to each other, but suburbs. First and a lot of time in cricket in the West Keep League, but here's a go. We move it forward. Snoxall just grabs down the ruck, then runs for a bit too. Tilly shows a bit of candy, then dances around, puts it inside 450. Can go back to back for Rito. He's got it. Winding back the clock and a beautiful mark. Made his name as the defender at AFL level, but he's pulling off the tricks in the forward line for Gembrook Cockatoo. He'll line up for his second, kick the first of the quarter. Just a 2 for the quarter for Farito.
Similar spot he kicked the first one from too, Trent.
So in comes Farito. Kick on its way. Does it hold the line? Yes, it does. He's got 2 in the quarter.
Here we go.
Got a game on our hands here.
Fourth lead change for the game. Instant response there for Gembrook Cockatoo and Michael Farito. 4-3-27 out of 4-1-25.
It was a really good mark out in the back of the pack from Farito there. Just really made his man jump backwards. I wish we had a little screen here with the replay on it because it looked fantastic.
Don't know how much money you think we own here, Adam, but I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. Just wish that sometimes that'd be nice to see again.
Mind you, final series we did last year, that was actually kind of handy against the replay, remember?
Yeah, exactly right. We did have some replays.
Oh, he's getting excited.
I'm excited, boys.
Here we go. Final's still a long way away, Adam.
Sure is.
Don't get used to it just yet. But anyway, the ball comes back into the middle. So we really have a game in our hands now at Gembrook Recreation Reserve. 16 minutes have elapsed in the second quarter, and the Brookers have kicked 4 goals in it to Emerald's 2, and it's just a 2-point difference, 4-3-27 to 4-1-25, as the ball is back in the middle. I think Kapanki once again finds himself in the ruck up against Snoxall. As mentioned, been a pretty even battle between the two rucks. Kapanki wins this tap. Jake Petter, can he get the bounce the ball to go his way? Carasoni and Petter both went at it. No communication. And it'll be take 2 in the centre. So again, Snoxall and Kapanki to do battle in the ruck. Go for the umpire to throw the ball aloft. Up it goes. I think Snoxall got the better of that one. Carasoni ran into a bit of trouble. Got the handle away just in time, but he might have just turned it over, and he has. And Gembrook Cockatoo once again can pounce. They can go inside forward 50. Kick goes out wide. Big leg spinner though. Not going to work out at all for the Brookers. Maybe though. Frater, he's kicked 1 in this term. Kicks around his body. Josh Tilley once again, is it? No, it's a mystery number 16. High up and under ball to full forward. Farito looking dangerous. Gathered it cleanly. Gets the handball to the top of the square. Anyone's ball to be won here, and I think this is going to be a stoppage.
Nah, Emerald got it out.
And eventually Emerald do exit the defensive 50, but for how long? Braden Weller with a good intercept mark. Centres the ball through hands. Here is Connor Alcock. Can he dance out of trouble? No, he can't. Taken in a dumping tackle. Gathered cleanly there at ground level by McKimmie. And again, the Bombers exit their defensive 50. And a bit of a fortuitous bounce, was it? No, Braden Weller once again pounces, but he's turned it over, has he? Sewers dishes it off just in time. It is chaos out here at Gembrook Recreation Reserve. Edwards, did he fend off? Yes, he did. An umpire penalised him for holding the ball. So Snoxall, the big ruckman, the recipient of the free kick. A little bit unsure where to go, not a whole lot presenting to him, so he'll just load up down the line. Will Snoxall, a bit of a wobbly ball to half forward, but the bounce, very unfortuitous for Gembrook Cockatoo. Free kick for a hold. I think this is going to go...
Emerald's way, I believe.
Yes, it is. So Kapanki loads up on the right, sends it down the line, but I think Snoxall might take the intercepting mark. Will he know? Schultz will get it out the back. It wasn't a mark, but it won't matter. Handballs all the way back to Lesky. Lesky kicks into the corridor. Alcott again with a good strong mark overhead. Keeps them moving. Now Gembrook Cockatoo, they can go inside forward 50. Bourne. No, he couldn't quite stick the mark. Umpire calls them to go. Here's an opportunity now for Frankie. Try to kick around his body and he's found a man. And the Brookers will get a look at goal here.
Snoxall looks like.
So this to potentially make it an 8-point difference. I think it's Shelton. It is. So Shelton on the end of the kick. Beautifully done by Frankie Trott. This to potentially make it an 8-point difference. This will be the biggest lead of the game for the Brookers. In comes Shelton from about 25 out directly in front. Looks pretty good off the boot. He's put it straight over the goal umpire's cap. So Gembrook Cockatoo with back-to-back goals push the margin out to 8 points, 5-3-33 to 4-1-25. We'll be going 19 minutes into the second quarter.
Yeah, really good play down the middle by Gembrook Cockatoo just then. Lots of back and forth interceptions and turnovers and kind of iffy kicks, but when it's a ground ball in their forward 50, Gembrook and Cockatoo do a lot right, and the Brookers end up getting possession. It's just a matter of whether they score from it, and they have been the last 4 or 5 entries. So that's really what the difference in the game's been at the moment.
A couple of funny bounces as well, Adam.
Sure,
a few leg spinners and a couple of real high up and under ones as well.
He certainly spins it more than I do.
Ball back in the middle of the ground. Tapped down one by now. Emerald can look to go forward here, but it's going to be cut off. Unable to take it cleanly though with Dean Lesky. Now it's at centre half forward and they get a handball at the top 2 Emerald now. They burst away through looking for Wadsworth. Unable to take it, but they've still got it. Is it going to be holding the ball? Yes, umpire's going to pin it. It's going to come back to Weller. No advantage was paid. They're looking for the advantage. But the umpire doesn't approve of the advantage, so we'll come back. 20 minutes gone in this second quarter. And not long to go in this first half is what I was saying.
The second quarter.
Yeah. Now kick over the top there.
Explain to us what that is, Trent, the second quarter.
The first, second... Yeah, shut up, mate. Now kick into the middle of the ground. It's going to be a free kick for in the back, so it's going to come back to Emerald, matter of fact. So now in the middle of the ground, looking to move the ball forward here, but they're going to go wide. Not sure why they're going to do that in such a large ground, but looking for Davies. It's not going to quite get it. Tilly gets a hand on it to cut it off. But now they Emerald do have it in their favour. Handball at the top, spinning out of traffic and doing that really well is Matt Edwards. Now at the bottom, tackle laid, and a great tackle laid by Martini. Applying the pressure and laying the tackle there on Brad Pepe. Right below us. So the 2 rucks make their way over, Kapanki and Snoxall. So boundary umpire waits for him to get around there. Throws the ball back into play. Does fall a little short, but Snoxall meets it there. But he's bumped off the ball, so unable to get it cleanly. Wadsworth is in there, but he's met with 2 people tackling him there. So he's not moving anywhere anytime soon.
Not a bad tackle from Alcott. He had one arm around the lad and the other hand up to the umpire. Come on, pay the free kick.
So now, to be thrown back up now, Kapanki and Snoxall. Kapanki goes to the one out the back and does that really well. Here goes Petter. Gives a handball, puts it into the direction. The big sling tackle there. Is that a dangerous tackle? Yes, it is. And it might be on a little bit here. They're not happy with that treatment. Especially on a younger player. Wadsworth not happy. Davies gets in there. Not moving anytime. It looks pretty sore too. Will Gazzard it is. We saw him have that sore ankle before. And I think he's given a yellow card out too.
So Lesky's got to come off. So he's going to miss the rest of this second quarter and a decent chunk of the third too, probably, Trent.
Yeah, he'll miss, I reckon, at least 10 minutes of the third. So they have to wait for the player to come on. They don't know what's going on, even on the interchange bench. Umpire tells them to hold, and we're Now they can resume play here. So Gazard immediately just runs in and puts it in the Johnson direction, but it's gone over his head. Taking the inset mark is Tilly, who's had a huge second quarter. So just about 23 minutes gone in this quarter. The umpire says, I thought he was telling Tilly to play on, but what it was actually a 25-metre penalty. And it's another 25-metre penalty. Didn't like the treatment the umpire got there. Believe it's by Troy Brown. Not copying any of it. So now it's a 50-metre penalty. Tilly now to get it off half-back and looks to go wide, looking for Volter, who's got a paddock of space out the back there. Now he goes down the line. Has a teammate on his own as well. And nice mark taken by Snoxel. Is that 25? Umpire doesn't think so, but Snoxel will take it and kick it from the circle. We think it's 45, Aiden?
Yeah, also about 45, I reckon.
So we'll say, now Snoxel's got up and he's limping too, but we have at least a 45-metre kick. Gives a handball out the back, plays on, kick towards goal. How's the accuracy? Just offline, coming off the boot there of Braden Weller.
So back to 9 points the difference. Gembrook Cockatoo have really found some ascendancy in their second quarter. Unable to trouble the scorers with a goal in the first, just the one behind as the Bombers bring the ball back into play. Here is Wadsworth. Just kicks out wide, and that should work out for the moment. So what can they do here, Emerald? Can they get one before the end of the first half? No one really providing a lead, so they'll go long down the line. Low trajectory ball. Not the best, and the Brookers are forced to turn over, and they might bring this back into the corridor, and that's exactly what they do. Long kick, but it should be turned over, and it is! That's gone, holding the ball. Great pressure, no urgency there for Emerald. And another opportunity here for Christopher Bourne, who will line them up. Man of the mark's right on that arc of about 45. Kicks to the top of the square. Can he find a set of hands for Rito? Was he held? Umpire calls them to go. Still a chance though for the Brookers. Weller once again gets it back to Bourne. Bourne, kick around his body. Is well and truly offline. Through for a behind.
Knoxville looks seriously sore coming towards the bench, boys. He's limping.
Yeah, well, yeah, got to hop on.
He was a little bit iffy over in the middle, but he's come off looking really hurt.
It was after that mark he took over there and gave the handball off to Weller.
Yeah, okay.
Sewell's on the end of this kick. So once again, Emerald dashing the ball off half-back. Wobbly ball to the forward 50. Johnson might be able to get one over the back. Kick towards goal. He had a man on his over. Dave Johnson might have just got it anyway with the ball. Just didn't quite bounce for him. Bit of an off break, but if he just waited a couple more moments, he would have spotted that man there, Troy Brown, but Johnson misses, and Gembrook do get a bit of a reprieve. So back to 9 points of difference. 4-2-26 to 5-5-35. So anyway, kick down the line. Here is Michael Bourne. Oh, he's got to get the kick away. He had one of the Emerald attackers lurking. Schultz, did he keep that in play? Yes, he did, just. So Schultz assesses the options down the line. 25 and a half have elapsed into this second quarter. That kick, though, probably not going to work for him. It was gathered beautifully, though. Nicely done by Shelton. Shelton gets the handball away to Tilly. Probably been the best player in the ground so far. Gross. Can he run onto the bouncing ball? Yes, he can, but he's taken in the tackle by Schultz. And the umpire comes in, calls for a ball up.
I reckon there's two blokes out there wearing number 26.
Ball's thrown up there. And they'll reset play. The umpire didn't like the treatment he got there. Taps down now. Weller looks to try and get underneath this, and that he does, and barges his way through. Gets it on the wing, then puts it into the half-forward direction, but it's going to be cut off here. Nice mark taken by Hansen. So Hansen now goes down the line. Petter is looking dangerous out the back, and he's got it and immediately plays on, then just puts it on his boot to no one in particular. And I honestly don't know where he was looking to go there.
I think he was looking for Johnson, but yeah, probably maybe could have wheeled onto his right boot, his preferred right boot, instead of going on the non-preferred left.
So they'll throw the ball back into play. 27 minutes just about gone in this second quarter. So we throw the ball back into play here now. Shelton looks like he's going to go up for Gembrook Cockatoo. And Johnson for Emerald. Shelton gets the tap down. And they work their way around. No clear possession being won there. But they get it out now to Gembrook Cockatoo down the line, but providing the spoil so Emerald can possibly go back now. Ball at the bottom of the pack. No one really going anywhere. They managed to get a handball out, but I believe the umpire's got to blow his whistle. He's letting it go for a long time, but he's going to blow his whistle now to ball this one up. So we reset and play. Now, the ball thrown back up to play now. Tapped down one by Kapanki. Wadsworth gets in underneath and he picks it up at ground level. Now turns around and puts it down the line. That's a really nice kick. Finds a teammate there in Pepe. Wastes no time playing on. Kicking the Johnson direction. Couldn't quite do it. There's a player gone down behind as well. He was knocked in, but I think he's pretty slow to get up. But Gembrook Cockatoo looked to move the ball. Don't know. Didn't see quite what happened there. But he was put down behind. What might be Gazzard again, I reckon.
It is Gazzard. He looks pretty sore.
He's been in the wars this first half. Playing now, going wide here. Brody Walker. Couldn't quite hold the mark. Now it's going to be go over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. So after decent goals in the first quarter, it slowed down a little bit in the second half of this second quarter. So the umpire will throw this one back into play. And there it goes now. Shelton again doing the ruck work against Kapanki. Wadsworth goes in, picks it up at ground level and then puts it on his boot. Does this stay in play though? No, it's going to take out the Commodore Ute over there in the meantime.
Oh dear.
Okay. I was going to windscreen. Aiden would know all about windscreens.
Especially here.
Was it at this ground, was it?
It was.
Oh, stiff. Very stiff. So now we go down the line. Tilly off the boot. And no mark can be taken. It's punched forward, so pack forms. No clear possession being won there, but the handball gets out. Volta picks it up, gives the handball to Williams. Williams just chucks it on the boot. Might work out all right to Trot. Doesn't quite hang the mark. But now they can go wide and kick it down. And now they use the middle of the ground looking for Gazzard, but it's just over his head. But they can get it back to Gazzard. Gazzard now kick inside forward 50, but there's the sign for half-time. Just couldn't quite get into Johnson just before the end of the half-time siren, but that is half-time. Gembrook Cockatoo lead this one by 9 points, 5-5-35 to 4-2-26.
They do, and they really regained the ascendancy in that second quarter. After struggling a bit in the first, they kicked 5 goals in that quarter to 2 goals of Emerald, and as Trent mentioned, do have a 9-point difference. Adam, what did you make of that first half?
It was quite interesting actually. So initially we saw that massive gridlock that worked for about 20 minutes, and it was neither team could really get a free-flowing ball movement, but
it's interesting to see, guys, too. Sorry, Dave Johnson's having a real good long discussion with the umpire about something.
Yeah, there we go.
Really? There you go. It could be very...
Second half action underway here at Gembrook Recreation Reserve. It's Kapanki and Snoxall. Up they go. Snoxall gets the better of the tap. Ball's at ground level for the moment. Through comes Frater. Can he get the handle away? Did just in time. Found Volta. Puts the Brookers inside forward 50 for Reader. Can he get there? Ball to the front. Couldn't stick the mark. Opportunity at ground level here for that man McKimmie. Umpire calls him to go and eventually comes in and calls for a stoppage. So again, just like the first quarter, the Brookers have the ball deep in their attacking half. Up it goes. Kapanki wins a tap. McKimmie again is involved. Plenty of players surround the contest and that ball not going anywhere. So again, the umpire calls for a ball up.
This is deja vu to the first quarter, isn't it? Just locked in. Gembrook Cockatoo's forward 50.
Up it goes. Tap was won by Bourne. McKimmie nearly sharked it. Gathered though beautifully by Wadsworth. Retreats to Hanson. Hanson gets it moving to Gross. Gross with a kick down the line to a 1-on-1 contest. Flies over the head though. Henson, can he force an interception? He just knocked it on. Marley Williams eventually gathers the ball under his control. Now the Brookers get the ball moving forward and no mark can be taken. Well, an intercept mark was taken by Allen. Not what Gembrook Cockatoo would have wanted. So Allen loads up on the right boot, sends it long down the line to a 2-on-1 favouring the Brookers. And another intercept mark is taken. So it's a bit of game of tennis at the moment. Snoxall sends the Brookers down the line. Volta got up at the right time. Well done. And he can wheel around onto the right boot and put the Brookers inside forward 50. Oh, here we go. Frankie Trott all on his own. And he takes the mark in the forward pocket.
So Volta definitely, we're normally used to him playing half-back. Am I wrong?
A little bit more, but he's played more on the ball today.
Yeah, and at half-forward, so at the opposite end of the ground. So using that as a different weapon is good to see.
That's it. Great vision as well to spot Frankie Trott, who had so much room in that forward pocket. Hasn't kicked a goal yet today. He was really dangerous early in the first quarter, but didn't capitalise. In he comes now on a bit of an angle. This for the perfect start for the Brooks in the second half. Starts it right, but it's coming back just offline. So they get it back to a 10-point difference to the Brookers. Frankie Trott just unable to convert. So 5-6-36 it is now to Emerald 4-2-26 as they bring it back in. A long kick down the line. Davies parks himself underneath it and takes a good strong overhead mark. Davies peered into the corridor and that's where he might go, but he looks very unsure. Eventually just goes long down the broadcast wing, but he's turned it over, and the intercept mark is taken by Snoxel.
So Snoxel will bring this one, look to bring this one back inside forward 50 here, taking it on the boundary line, pretty much in line with the wing in the centre circle. So now he'll bring this kick inside ball. Doesn't really travel very far, but goes there to Weller. Then they go back to the boundary line to Weller. So Weller now tucked up on the boundary. Doesn't have really anywhere that he wants to go, so then he just bombs it into the 50. Ferrito was there, but going to be punched by Spalding, who gets out the back with a big punch over the line. So he'll look to bring this one back into play. Stuck my hood on, sorry. It's the wind, It
was more than you were talking about your headset.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to adjust it with the headset on. I just couldn't get the hood over. But now, throw back into play. Ferrito's going to do some ruck words against Davies. Davies gets the punch forward, but Tilly chases after it. Gabba's there, then gives a handball over the top. Alcott's there, but he can't quite get the handball out in time. Matter of fact, it's Aaron Ferrito. 3-4-5. So now to throw the one back into play. So now the umpire presses against the ball, goes through the motions and throws this one back into play. Ferrito headbutts it almost there, then gets a handball out the back. Now Emerald can try and clear it. Can they take the mark here? Gembrook Cockatoo, no. Trying to get it going there, moving it forward is Emerald, trying to get a handball to Wadsworth, unable to take it. Weller turns around, puts it on his boot. All Emerald here, Alcott will chase after it, bounce not favouring it. Alcott goes and gets a handball out the back, but it's picked up and kicked out of there by Pepe. Can a mark be taken? Not quite. Chasing it after it here is Bova for Gembrook Cockatoo, then brings it back inside 450 to no one in particular, and Emerald look to have the numbers here as they mop it up. Handball out wide, done this well to Hanson. So Hanson
played against
player down behind the ball again, and I swear to God this better not be Gazard again. That's all I can say.
I think it might be.
No, I don't think it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, free kick paid against Frankie Trott, just for a bump off the ball.
So Hanson will gather this ball now. So it'll just be taken from where the ball is. Goes down the line. Tilly parks himself in the front of the pack and almost takes a really good mark, but Davies at front position, but it slips over. Handball over to McGough. McGough just chucks it on his boots to the wing. Can Amar be taken out in front? Not quite, but the follow-up work is really good. Wadsworth dances around one now in the centre of the ground. Almost trips over himself. Kicked up a bit of turf, then puts it over to the wing. Nice mark taken there on the far side of the wing. So Emerald got it to the centre part of the ground. Haven't really got it inside the 450 yet this third quarter. They go wide. Kidder be taken out wide, not quite. Johnson Schultz is there and pies the punch, but here's Gazard, shows the ball, but then he's tackled hard over the line by Williams. Williams was not having a bar of that, and Johnson didn't like the treatment, so he comes in, and then Williams just kind of steps out of the way, and Johnson tripped over his own feet.
And 25-metre penalty, it looked like he gave, or is he just telling him to get back on the mark?
To tell you what, Gazzo's down again. He's been through the wars. He showed the ball like he was feeding the candy to Marley Williams, and Marley Williams was having none of that, and he just goes, what did I do wrong? I've just laid a tackle and put him down.
So it's a boundary thrown on the outer side of the ground.
No, they're still waiting for Gazza to get up. I think it's a free kick to him,
he's
mate.
Still down.
Yeah, he's still down over there.
Oh, he is too.
That's why Johnson went into Reams. Yeah. So he's still down. He's been through the wars. So I'm trying to see, is it going to be a freak? It's going to be. He's going to come off the ground. Trainers came around to him, so it's going to be a freaky to Emerald, not a boundary throw him.
He looks in so much pain.
So Carasoni with the free kick at half forward. Probably won't have the shot at goal, you would think.
But they have to wait for Gazza to
at least get out of the way.
Yeah.
It was a big, strong tackle, but I didn't think there was much like malice, like it was dirty, but it was just a big, strong tackle.
No, it's big, strong, and the way
that's why Williams was kind of sitting there going, what kind of, you know?
Yeah, exactly right. It's a tricky one.
He's a solid boy too, Williams.
Oh, he is. So Carasoni probably going to try and set this up to the top of the square, you would think. Be an impressive kick for goal if he can nail it. He's right up on the boundary line, about 45 out. So Gazard eventually is escorted away from the contest.
It's good to see him running now.
Exactly right. As you said, Trent, he has been in the wars today.
It's the third time he's gone down.
That's a 25-minute penalty. Here you go.
Wonder if it was for the tackles, there was a bit of back chatting going or something, because it's a late call for a 25.
It is.
Yeah, but I also wonder, I swear I saw the umpire make the motion for a 25 well early, and they just didn't move while they were looking after Gazard. So
Carasoni will be within range. I think he's going to go with the check side. Looks pretty good off the boot, and he's got it. So Dale Carasoni with the first goal of the second half, impressively nails it from the boundary. And Emerald get it back to a 4-point difference. 5-6-36 of the Brookers to the Bombers. 5-2-32. We'll be going 7.5 into the third quarter.
Geez, it doesn't kick that. Might not be that look that hard. Just looks so much better when they pull off a check side.
Oh, it does. Exactly right, Trent.
Check side goal over a snap goal any day of the week for mine.
Yeah.
No, like in the way they finish it. It's harder to pull off.
Oh, I think so. You're trying to kick
Looks
it
cooler.
around. It does.
That's why I always used to do the check sides. Looks cooler.
Was that also just because you couldn't kick off your left, or?
No, I was left-footed, Aiden. It's a nice try there.
Oh, no.
All the other way around.
Anyway. No, I didn't kick many goals, so wasn't check sided.
Oh, neither did I, to be fair. So up it goes once again. Kapanki has given away a free kick, I believe. Yeah. No, he's won one. The umpire pointed the wrong way. So Stephen Kapanki. So the Bombers can maybe gather.
Good battle on the ruck.
Or regain some ascendancy. Kick to half forward, gathered by Johnson. Pepe dishes it off to Wadsworth. Wadsworth puts him inside forward 50. Here we go. It was an opportunity for Brown. But his teammate locked up in a tackle, and we will have a stoppage inside the forward 50 of Emerald.
Very unfortunate for Marley Williams, just slipped over as the ball was kicked over his head. Just couldn't get his hands on it.
Up it goes. So Davies in the ruck this time. Taps back into the corridor looking for his coach in Johnson. Gathered by Weller. Gembrook Cockatoo under all sorts of pressure here, and that ball going absolutely nowhere. No, it comes out just at the last moment. The umpire was about to call for a ball up, but he calls them to go. And I think there's a free kick for downfield. And this will go the way of the Brookers at half back. And Snoxall trying to pull something sneaky, but the umpire having none of it.
Neither was Kapanki.
Snoxall goes out wide, and that is not a great kick. Or
stays in.
It does stay in, luckily. So Bourne gathers it, kicks down the line. 2 1-on-1, no mark to be taken. Ball comes to ground level. And this will be a stoppage on the outer side wing. So Gembrook Cockatoo trying to counter off half back. So it's a stoppage, as mentioned, on the outer side wing. Kapanki in the ruck. Not sure who he's going up against. I think Snoxall's got there in the end. So it will be Kapanki and Snoxall once again. Snoxall probably got the better of that one. Once again, that ball going absolutely nowhere, and we'll have repeat stoppages on the outer side wing. So again, Kapanki and Snoxall going at it. Been a very even ruck battle all day. Up it goes once again. Kapanki probably got the better of that one, but it was Shark by Tilly, probably the best player in the ground today. Huge numbers around the contest again. This ball is just not going anywhere. And once again, another stoppage. So if you're just tuning in, it's a 4-point difference the way. Gembrook Cockatoo, 5-6-36. They lead Emerald 5-2-32. 10 minutes into the third quarter. It's been pretty tight all day. Up it goes once again. Oh, we wait for the up. There we go. Up it goes now. Kapanki to the front, wins the tap. But it's the Brookers who can go forward, up and under ball, cut off by Wadsworth. So Ewan Wadsworth forces an interception. What's he got down the line? Centres the ball through the hands of Kapanki. Maybe gathered by Pepe, picked up beautifully at ground level by Henson. And now the Brookers can go to half forward. Bourne, can he gather it cleanly? No. Good pressure was provided by Spalding. Bourne tries to get the Jets on, unable to do so. Goes in for a second effort, picked up by Ferrito, gets the handball away. Can Alcott gather this? Yes, he can. Dishes a handball away, but to no one in particular, and the ball trickles over the boundary line, and it will be thrown back into play.
So the ball to be regathered and thrown back into play here. So at the 450 here for Gembrook Cockatoo. The umpire gathers the ball now, getting ready to throw this one back in. Ferrito going up against Kapanki in the ruck. Ferrito gets front position, but I think both ruckmen in the end got a hand to it. Kapanki lays a tackle ground level. He had the ball. No, he didn't. It's going to be a free kick on the way. Gembrook Cockatoo for a chance on goal here for Brodie Walker.
Certainly was a hold, just standing in the middle of the contest and just got pulled off. It didn't even come into close contact with the footy, if I'm honest. But
so Brodie Walker, in he comes here. Kick on its way. Kick looks pretty good. And it holds the line. Walker kicks it. They extend their lead. Back out to 7 points.
There we go. 6-6-42 to 5-2-32. Walker with his first goal of the afternoon.
Sure is.
So really important that one for Gembrook Cockatoo, just to get a bit of ascendancy. As So we wait for the ball to come back into the middle.
Oh, it's 32. I thought it said 37 on the screen there. See how there's like the little cut-off line there? See the black cut? I thought it was 37. That's why I went with the 7-point lead. I thought, or whatever I said. There's a little cut-off line, but I can see now. Then you said 32. I was like, oh no, what? This ball's thrown up now. Gembrook Cockatoo look to try and get another clearance moving forward. Big hip and shoulder. There's going to be a free kick going the way of Emerald. Sewer's going to be the recipient of the free kick in the centre of the ground. We'll have a look around. Then just bring it up the middle of the ground. Can it might be taken? Not quite, but it's inside their forward 50. Can they make something of this? Handle at the back. Snap towards goal. Can they get it out the back here? Not quite, but a tackle is being laid. Can they pick it up cleanly? Handball over to Weller. Weller shrugs one tackle, then gets a handball. Looking for Martini. But the bounce doesn't favour him and finds its way over the boundary line for a boundary throw in deep in the forward pocket here for Emerald. So one of the very few opportunities they've had this quarter, and it's been 13 minutes in this third quarter.
Tell you what, fellas, we mentioned the importance of this game. Officers still lead Woori-Alec. If they win today, whoever loses today will be on the bottom of the ladder.
So ball's thrown up, tapped back into play, and still again locked in by, what is the score over there? Do you know? Can you give me a margin, please?
15 points, Officer are up.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to jinx them soon. But now
I'm saying if they do win.
Yeah, no. Wadsworth, tackled laid. It's going to be a ball up. Inside the forward 50. I wonder if it's Woori having an off game or Officer are just playing really well, because that's really interested me, actually.
Well, Officer... Oh, here we go. It's 21 points of difference now, Trent. Officer have kicked another one.
Jesus. Now, here go Gembrook Cockatoo. They get a handball out, waits for the sit. Now they get a handball over the top to Weller. He's been really good off that half-back line, then puts it forward, looking for Michael Ferrito. Can Ferrito get out the back? It's spoiled, but then he chases after it. Really good gabber. Then handball over the back. Trot puts it in to the top of the square. Bourne's making his way back, but Kapanki with the intercept mark couldn't quite hold it, but then just shrugs off Bourne. No problems at all. Does Kapanki get away with it? And then a beautiful field kick by the big ruckman to Wadsworth.
He did fantastically there. Wadsworth can keep him moving down the line. Beautiful kick too. So Emerald with a good build-up off half-back. They can come back into the corridor. That kick, though, not going to work out for them. It might work out the back, though. Long kick off the boot here on this occasion of Troy Brown. Oh, that was a beautiful bounce for the Bombers. Picked up by Johnson. Oh, no. Just couldn't quite gather it cleanly. There's still a chance. Edwards lays a good strong tackle on Schultz. Emerald want ball. Umpire says no. No prior opportunity, but a ball up in the goal square for the Bombers. Also, Trent, Monbach still lead Wanda at 11 points the difference. There are some upsets brewing in the outer east today, so up it goes.
Be their first loss of the season if they lose that.
Exactly right. And the Brookers rush it over to safety. So well done by the Gembrook defence. Emerald were pressing, but they don't concede a goal. 5-3-33 now are Emerald. That's the first rush behind of the day, I believe, as well. Haven't had one as of yet. Michael Ferrito at ground level. Sends the Brookers inside forward, 50. Freighter's the deepest forward. Spalding, though, will get the bounce of the ball to go his way. Dishes it off. Gembrook Cockatoo want ball. Here is Frankie Trott. Oh, dumping tackle is laid by Trott or Snoxel. And holding the ball is paid. The Brookers are going to get a free kick. And more importantly, a look at goal.
Good contest, but there seems to be a bit of remonstration happening. There's a down player.
Against one of the Emerald players.
Can't be Gazard, can it?
No, it's not. He's on the bench just over there.
Okay,
Looks like he has just come from the room, so...
Do you reckon the flag behind us was waving when the yellow card player could maybe go back on?
Yeah, potentially.
Oh, that's what that just popped in my mind.
Yeah, okay.
Otherwise, I don't know what's going on behind us.
I was going to say, for those, literally everyone who can't see, we've had someone come up the top of the balcony and...
wave a flag.
Wave a soccer offside flag almost.
This player isn't moving anytime soon.
No.
So Snox will be the recipient of the free kick.
Is it Kapanki? No, it's not.
No.
Hopefully for Emerald's sake it's not.
No, it's not.
I think it might be Kai Davies. But we'll find out in a moment. I think it's... Is that the arm? I think it's the arm of the shoulder,
Yeah, even like...
So that's two of them that have dropped down now. And it is... Charles Allen.
So Snoxel will line up from about 35 and a 45-degree angle. This to make it a 15-point difference. In he comes. High up and under ball. Just offline.
They liked it. They celebrated the goal, but it's gone through for a minor score, and Snoxel can't believe it. Pleading.
They always do that, don't they, Trent? They always go to the celebration to try and calm the umpire, but the goal umpire was right there and he wasn't falling for it. So 6-7-43 now with Gembrook Cockatoo. Here we go. Here's an opportunity for Alcott. Dishes off to Aaron Frieda. Kick around his body. And he's just offline. Just didn't get the bounce of the ball to go his way. So back-to-back behinds for Gembrook Cockatoo. But they're looking dangerous. So a behind for Aaron Ferrito. And a behind for Paddy Snoxall. So again, Pepe with the kick-in duties. Looks to go to the outer side. High up and under ball. Beautifully done, Michael Bourne. He fisted it over the boundary line, and they get a stoppage at half forward here to the Brookers. And they're really starting to gain some ascendancy in this contest. Gembrook looking really good. Emerald there to respond. So boundary throw-in outer side of the ground at half forward for Gembrook Cockatoo. Snoxall gets to the front, trying to grab it out of the ruck. Kick around the body, goes inside forward 50. And again, they're looking dangerous here. The Brookers was afraid to take it high. The crowd plead for it. Nothing forthcoming. The umpire's going to penalise him for holding the ball. And the Gembrook crowd not happy about that one.
So Emerald will be able to get this one in the defensive 50 after receiving a free kick here. They look to go wide. They've got a player on his own, Pepe. But a bit of height on the ball. Can Ferreira get there? Unfortunately, just slips and loses his feet. So now kick into the middle of the ground. Over to Carasoni, then up plays on, then nearly runs into a bit of trouble. Ferrito almost chased him down. Sewers gets the handball away. Now they can go through Wadsworth. Wadsworth over the top, back to Pepe now. He's got a bit of space to work into. Kicks it forward, looking for Johnson. Can Amart be taken out the front? Spoiled by Schultz. Done a really good job today, Schultz. Kicked off the ground, doesn't stay in play. Not quite. Pepe sees it over the line.
Trent, an update from Wanda North Recreation Reserve. Bombok out to an 18-point margin.
Jesus, we're having some interesting results here so far in the Outer East Premier Division. So, be interesting to see how that one folds down there. And we've got a cracker on here as well, boys. 11-point margin. Ball's thrown back in. Kapanki wins that tap down, looking for Wadsworth. Can't quite take clean. Martini slats it back over. Snoxall and Kapanki, the two ruckmen, go at battle of the ground. Sewers picks it up, puts it on his boot, puts it inside forward 50. Can Amar be taken? Yes, it can. Petter. So it looks like he's playing deeper forward because he's taking that out of the square almost. And he'll line up at goal for his first.
Pretty much directly in front, Trent. Really need this as well.
We saw him kick 4 last time we called him, so we know he's good in front of the goals. Petter, the skipper. We've already seen one captain's goal. Can we see another captain's goal that only captains can kick? Petter. Kicks on his way. Oh, geez, that hasn't come off the boot kindly. That might go out of bounds and fall for no scoring. Yes, it has. Not the result that they would have wanted, especially with 20 minutes gone in this third quarter. Yep. They would have loved the goal. I reckon there'd be about 6 minutes to go. Yes, so there's plenty of time to kick a couple, but that would have been put the pressure right back on Gembrook Cockatoo.
But you're right, Trent. It's a low-scoring game. They don't want to let this margin get too much bigger.
For what I've noticed too, a lot of low-scoring games happen in this ground because how so wide it is. I've noticed a lot of Gembrook Cockatoo, when it's a close game, it's shorter because of how big of the ground it is.
Yep.
So they'll bring it back in, but it's turned over. Sewers been busy the last few minutes. Runs around, puts a darting kick inside 450, but it's going to be turned over, intercepted by Schultz. So Schultz now has a look around, then goes just a short kick over the top. Does that all right. Gets it over to a teammate there in Brody Walker. Kicked a crucial goal just before, plays on, and almost runs himself into trouble. Matter of fact, does run himself into trouble. He gets the handball away, but kick on his boot, on the way towards goals. Ooh. Just across the face. Oh, but he's run straight into the post. I think he thought did Johnson shove him into it?
Oh, it was Davies, but
Davies,
I don't think he did. He thought he did.
Yeah, it looked like he almost kind of ran into it.
Yeah.
So now they'll bring the ball back in. Weller down the line, looking for Trott. Trott will have to fly here, does that. In front of the ground, Trott goes back and gets it, but he's met with a strong tackle there, laid by McKinley. Weren't happy with that treatment either. And it was Snoxall, matter of fact, as he just rubs his head after that tackle. Snoxall and Kapanki have had a great battle in this ruck. Snoxall wins that tap down and a handball at the back. Now they try and move it forward here, but it's going to be cut off by McKinley. But he runs straight at Frankie Trott. The fans are not happy with that because McKinley did slip over, and I think I can see a little giggle on his face because he knows it too. Yeah. He slipped over, then there was nothing Frankie Trott could do, so he had to go for a tackle, and it went high, and now it's 25-metre penalty. Did anyone else see that sneaky little grin because he knew, he knew, geez, I've just brought a ticket, brought a lottery ticket in that one. Kicked down the line, fly! Oh, it was Johnson, unable to hold the mark. Now they get a handball at the back, Wadsworth. Kick into the pocket. Can Amar be taken? Weller flies. Unable to hold the mark. Matter of fact, he gets it on the third grab.
Beautifully done by Braden Weller. Kicks across goal dangerously. McGough is in the area. He's going to put the pressure on Tilly. who got a handle away. Here comes Seskis, picked it up cleanly. Can he step out of trouble? Dishes it off just in time. McGough now got it back in hand. And the umpire comes in and throws McGough for a throw. So Gembrook Cockatoo can get out of defence through Weller, who's usually so composed down in that back half of the Brookers. He assesses the options down the line on the far side wing. High up and under ball. Can someone take a mark? No, they can't. Ball spills out the back. So suddenly the Brookers find themselves under a bit of pressure. Emerald are pressing. And this ball will trickle over the boundary line and it will be thrown back into play. Again on the far side of the ground on the wing. So it's still a 10-point difference. Gembrook Cockatoo 6-8-44 to Emerald 5-4-34. Deep into the third quarter. 23 minutes have elapsed. Up it goes. Kapanki got it from the back looking for Wadsworth. That ball not going anywhere. Frater on hands and knees, and the umpire comes in and calls for a stoppage. So it's forward to centre for Emerald. And they'd love to try and sneak a late one before three-quarter time, cut the margin back to single digits. So again, the umpire will throw this ball aloft. Just directing a couple of the players around. So again, Kapanki and Snoxel. Up it goes. Kapanki gets the better of the tap. Frater tries to gather it. And there's a whistle. Free kick for high contact going Emerald's way. So here's an opportunity for the Bombers. They can go inside forward 50 off the back of this. Long ball. Johnson is there. Oh, he couldn't quite stick the mark. Schultz picked it up at ground level. Got a kick away, but it was smothered. Gathered there by Hanson. But he was stripped. And a free kick for holding the ball. Going to go Gembrook Cockatoo's way. So Christopher Bourne, the recipient of the free kick. Bourne wants to go through the corridor. No, he decides to go out wide. McGough will park himself underneath it and takes the intercept mark. Into 1-1 against Lesky. Waste no time, but he's turned it over. Michael Ferrito read that one beautifully. He won't pull the trigger just yet, though.
So McGough's gone behind the ball, boys.
Yep. Ferrito short to Weller. Weller, does he go out wide? Yes, he does. Here is Marley Williams. Maybe could have taken on Brown, but decides against it. Wheels around onto the left boot. Long ball. Bourne won't be able to take it. Or was that holding the ball? Picked up by Connor Alcott. Can he get away? Kick towards goal. Alcott has nailed it. What about that for a goal? 16 points of difference. Connor Alcott has nailed it. And Gembrook kick away deep into the third quarter. Adam, what about that finish?
Oh, that was fantastic. Just to scramble on the ground, just to pick that ball up and absolutely slot it. It's such a tight angle from over here too. That is just dead straight. And to kick that on the run is really good. There was a big pack mark.
Tell you what, did anyone else see that thump in that contest there?
That's what I was going to say.
Hanson was slow to get up.
Yeah, he certainly was. So that big contest, just bodies smashing into each other, and it was very, everyone was a bit up and about. So that goal from Connor Alcott.
Really refresh, good. Aiden, refresh.
And with a drop punt, no less, as well. He didn't go the check side of the kick around the body. He just backed himself into the drop punt. So up it goes. Kapanki gets the better of the tap. Emerald need the next goal. Gembrook is starting to get away. Here we go, though. Frater steps around one. Here is Josh Kelly. Loads up from outside 50. Long kick towards goal, and he's got it! 22 points of difference. And the Brookers suddenly, with all the ascendancy in this game, they are out to a 22-point difference as we near three-quarter time. 8-8-56 to 5-4-34.
Josh Tilley has to be best on today so far. He's absolutely dominated through that middle of the ground and hitting the scoreboard. I've noticed the last few weeks he's added that to his kick bag. Kicked one last week and now two today in third quarter. Terrific work by Frater in the middle as well.
It was fantastic, Trent. And he set up Josh Tilley, didn't he? He took the heat and then he got the handball away just at the right time, and Tilley just had so much room to work with. Trent, updates from Premier Division. Monbulk 24 points ahead now. Officer still 16 points ahead of Wuri Alec. There are plenty of upsets brewing in the outer east here.
Kapanki and Bourne, it looks like, will go up in the ruck. Bourne wins that tap down. Gembrook Cockatoo go forward again here. Ball at the bottom of the pack. No one clearly getting it. Plays at hands and knees. The umpire blows the ball this one up. We have been going 26 and a half minutes into this third quarter. And it is a 22-point lead going the way of Gembrook Cockatoo here. Kapanki a bit slow to get up and having a chat with the umpire too. Ball's thrown up. Kapanki tapped down. Carasoni tries to get a kick away. He's going to be pinned. Or is he going to get a free kick? No, pinned for holding the ball. And they take the advantage straight away to Gembrook Cockatoo. Inside forward 50 kick. Stocksel is there. But what a mark by Spalding.
Gee.
And Stocksel's not letting him get up almost. He's just held the play up really well. Smartly done. Kick away now down the line. Kenna might be taking Gazza chases after, but can't quite hold on to it. And it's going to go over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. So deep into this third quarter, and geez, aren't Gembrook Cockatoo applying the heat? Every possession Emerald's getting is making it really hard for them to make it cleanly, and it's forcing these stoppages, forcing these turnovers.
And as mentioned, Trent, if Officer could hold it on that game against Forialic, whoever loses today will be bottom of the ladder.
Bourne grabs it out of the ruck, inside forward 50. Can Mark be taking Shelton almost, chasing after? Can they keep it in play? Not quite. Chasing after it there was Bova. Wasn't helping with the push either.
Nearly on the full that. I think it just came off the knee of the Emerald defender, but if that was a bit lower, Emerald were looking at another shot at goal.
It's the umpire to throw this one back into play. Bourne's done well in these last two ruck contests, not necessarily winning the tap, but he's staying down as the extra on baller. Gets the front position and then wins this one, taps it down, but they get the handball out. Gazza bursts away, then puts a short kick down in the middle looking for Wadsworth. Can't quite get it. Here goes Weller. Weller bursts through. Weller on the boot. Weller! He's got it! What a goal by Braden Weller. He kicks his first, and that margin now goes out to 28 points.
This is an avalanche, Trent. The Brookers have just got so much life at the moment. That is a fantastic goal. They know their season's on the line. They know how important this is today, and they are rising to the occasion, Adam.
They certainly are. Do you know what? Do you know what's probably helping? This crowd today is insane. There are so many people here. Obviously, they've got the ladies' event on at the moment, so there are so many people down here, and the support is crazy.
No, exactly right, Adam. You're spot on. They're feeding off the energy of the crowd, and Emerald, this game is really starting to get away from them. So it's back in the middle once again. 28 points the difference, as Trent mentioned. Kapanki wins the tap. It's got to happen now. Gazzard gets the handball. Can Edwards run onto it? Yes, he can. Gathered up beautifully. Puts the Bombers inside forward 50, but he's turned it over. Well done, Michael Bourne. Read it beautifully. And he can exit the defensive 50 of Gembrook Cockatoo. Looking for Bova, and the siren goes. And that is three-quarter time here in the match of the round. And the Brookers have really kicked away in that third quarter. 4 goals they kicked to just the 1 goal of Emerald, and they go out to a 28-point difference, 9-8-62, Gembrook Cockatoo to Emerald 5-4-34. There's still a chance for the Bombers, but they're going to have to get motoring in the last quarter. We'll now go and have a look at some scores.
Geez, the Bombers are going to want to have to get going straight away, though. I can imagine what the talk is going into this three-quarter time break. Won't be very positive. I mean, positive like from that quarter effort, but they'll be positive saying, boys, we've done it before. We came from behind and beat them before after the siren.
So the umpire holds the ball aloft. We will get the final quarter underway here. Gembrook Recreation Reserve, the Bombers. Plenty of ground to make up. Kapanki wins a tap. Can Carasoni gather it? Now he can't. That's got to be holding the ball, and it is. So the Bombers with a free kick in the middle of the ground. Dale Carasoni, the recipient. It was a good, strong tackle. He wheels onto the right boot, puts the Bombers inside forward 50. Weller should cut this off, but it flies over his head. McGough out the back, kick towards goal, and he's got it! Perfect start for Emerald. They get the first and the last, back to 22 points of difference. Adam, just what Emerald needed. 100%.
It's a perfect start. It's exactly what they wanted. It's cut down the margin. And after we saw that massive avalanche from Gembrook Cockatoo in that third quarter, to get one back at the start of the fourth, exactly what you want. I think I'm seeing a sense of a scoring end at this end. It's just been absolutely crazy. Have we seen that many kicked up the other end? I don't reckon we have. I reckon I can count them in one hand. So to get the perfect start of the quarter, Emerald to kick one in the first minute. Really well done by Jack McGough just there.
McGough second for the game as well, guys.
That's it.
After he didn't play a lot of the first half of the year, I think.
No, he didn't.
So we didn't call him last time, and I remember not being able to see his name. I don't know if it's his first game or second game back, but good to see him back out there.
So it's back in the middle, and there's another free kick. This is going to go Gembrook Cockatoo's way. So can the Brookers get the response here? As Josh Tilley has been the best player in the ground. It's a 25-metre penalty, and Tilley maybe might be within range. He kicked one from quite a long way out towards the back end of that third quarter. No, he might. No, probably just too far out to score. Josh Tilley. Can he spot someone up though deep? Can the Brookers get the instant response? Can they get it back out to a 28-point difference? A long kick to Tilley to the top of the square. Ferrito the deepest forward. No mark can be taken. Is that holding the ball? No, it's a push in the back. Ferrito, there we go. So the Brookers will get a look.
This is his scoring end too. Remember, he kicked two goals in the second quarter from this end.
So Michael Ferrito, and from similar spot as well, Trent. So Michael Ferrito from only about 20 out on a bit of an angle. But this to get it right back out to a 28-point difference. What can the Gembrook playing coach do? Big moment in this game to really get that breathing room again. Michael Frito soaking up the seconds. He begins his approach now. As mentioned, to get it back out to a 28-point difference. In he comes. No troubles at all for Michael Frito. No, he's missed. Now there's a conference. Here we go.
Well, Michael Ferritos came away celebrating almost, had the fist pump, but apparently
Here
not
we
to
go.
be.
So Emerald with a reprieve in defence, 9-9-63 are the Brookers. Ferrito just unable to convert. So 23 points down they are as they look to bring the ball back in.
So they bring the ball back into play here in the handball, and they use a couple of hands for off the half-back line now down the line. Just over the head of Spalding, but they go back with the flight. Davies trying to knock it forward to his advantage, unable to. Ball at the bottom of the pack now. Kapanki at ground level gets it. They appeal for holding the ball. Has the umpire said does not agree. So Frankie turns around and pleads with him. Pleads with the umpire. That's got to be ball. But the umpire disagrees. So Kapanki and Snoxel will go to battle in the ruck here on the wing right in front of us. Diagonal.
Trenton Adam, it's a 35-point difference now at Wandon.
Jesus Christ, Aiden. Carasoni does well, but did he drop the ball? Tilly just bursts his way through. Have a look at this. Tucks it on his arm. Has one bounce. Bursts away. Puts it into the pocket to no one really in particular, and this will probably be cut off, and that it is.
Prem, what did Steph tell you about saying the J word on live radio?
What did I say?
Oh, here we go. Go on, keep going.
I don't know what I said, but anyways, moving on. Kick into the pocket. And it can't quite... I think it's a free kick on the way, Gembrook Cockatoo. Yes, it is. It's going to come back to Alcott.
Who was that?
Alcott. So it's going to come back to him.
Get him in the NFL.
Yeah, I was going to say, we got the Rams coming to Australia next year.
So Alcott tucked up on the boundary, kicked a brilliant clutch goal before in the last quarter for Gembrook Cockatoo. In the pocket, tucked up. Can it be marked? Not quite. Doesn't quite make the difference again. So it's going to be punched over. Down the line now, Sewers, mark. No, not quite. It's going to trickle over the boundary line.
So Mandry thrown on the outer side of the ground. 24 points ahead. 9-10-64 to Emerald 6-4-40. So it's all to play for here for Emerald. They've got to start making some moves. Snoxel got to the front and won the tap. Back it goes. Bourne didn't get a kind bounce at all. Spalding puts the Bombers into the corridor. Edwards gets the handball away just in time. It is a chaos ball, but here they go through the corridor.
Got his own ball back.
He did. Long kick inside forward 50. Petter's the deepest forward. But it was cut off beautifully on that occasion by Shepherd. He's turned it over though. Now an opportunity presents itself at Bell, but he ran into a brick wall. Ball at half forward for the Bombers. Seskis. He's taken a dumping tackle by Henson. The Gembrook crowd want ball. Umpire's not going to pay it. Now he will.
And look at that. Shepherd with the holding the ball tackle. The man with the freshest haircut on the field. And got the job done. So that's a free kick to Gembrook Cockatoo.
So Shepherd assessing the options down the line, and that's where he'll go to the far side wing. Is the diving mark taken? No, it's not. So it spills through the hands of Brody Walker. It was a tough one to gather.
Certainly was.
So Bandry throw it on the outer side wing. So can Emerald manufacture something from this stoppage? They've got to get some quick goals. They're able to get the first one pretty quickly. Can they cut it down to 18 points? It's small steps. Kapanki got to the front and won the tap, but again, that ball's just not going anywhere, and it will be a stoppage on the outer side wing, just forward to centre for Emerald. Up it goes. Kapanki again gets the better of the tap, but the Brookers have sharked it. Long kick to half forward for Gembrook Cockatoo. Good strong mark was taken though, was it? Yes, it was. Well done by Hanson. Hanson wants to go through the middle of the ground. He did well to find Gross. He's got Edwards all on his own out wide to the broadcast wing. Edwards can run to this. He'll tuck it under his arm. Sends the ball to half forward. Petter presents himself and takes a good strong luck. Well done, Jake Petter. He's got Seskus out the back if he can spot him. He doesn't. Maybe he'll go for McGough in the pocket. Oh, he centres a board. He's turned it over. Oh, gee, Jake Petter would want that moment back. And Gembrook Cockatoo exit the defensive 50. Long kick to Dylan Martini. Martini kicks long down the line, but he might have turned it over. He has. It's a game of tennis. White Hansen took the mark and then slipped over. But most importantly, he took the intercept mark and can send Emerald back the other way. Looks to go back into the corridor. Not a good kick though. Beats everyone. Who can win the foot race? Here we go. Harvey Stewart has a bounce. He'll load it from outside 50. Kick into the pocket. Can McGough stick the mark? He can! And McGough's got it. Gembrook Cockatoo records on the floor. I reckon he got it.
Looked so close to me.
I'm going to back in the umpire. I reckon McGough just got there.
I reckon he did too, Aiden.
And Dylan Alcott nailed one from this spot. Can Jack McGough do it? He's going to back himself in from the drop punt. This to get it back to 18 points of difference. In comes McGough. It looks pretty good off the boot. It's not just going to straighten enough.
Jesus.
So it doesn't even go over. Now it does.
It does. It's rushed through for a behind eventually. The Gembrook defence were not super awake to what was going on there, but it's back to a 23-point difference. 6-5-41 to 9-10-64.
Also looked like Schultz, like in an effort to spoil it, just punched the goalpost.
Yep. Williams in the back pocket, goes short. That's a good kick, and he finds Shepherd. Shepherd in no real rush. Again with a short kick, looking for Tilly. Pepe had front spot on him though. Gathered by McGough. Keeps it in play for the moment. Here is Williams. Oh, Ferrito slipped over at the inopportune time, but it's okay. He escorted it to safety. And it's going to be thrown back into play.
Been a bit like that today. The ground must have something. There's something going on because there's been so many people slipping over.
So Bandry thrown it half forward for the Bombers. Up it goes. Stocksville to the front, wins a tap. Volta gathered it, but he was tackled by Sewers right away. It's going to be another stoppage at half forward for for Emerald, in fact. Can they go inside forward 50, the Bombers? Up it goes once again. Kapanki wins a tap. Stocksville couldn't gather it. Good strong tackle again is laid by Kapanki, and he's brought to ground. So repeat stoppages at half forward for the Bombers. Up it goes once again. Towards a boundary line, kick inside forward 50 is going to be turned over. Beautifully done by Michael Bourne.
So Michael Bourne gets a handball over the back, but it's going to be cut off here. Pepe picks it up, but I know put on ball. Here he is, the best on ground player at the moment. Tilly down the line. Alcott flies and takes a good overhead mark. Has no one forward of the ball though. So he turns around, brings it back into the middle of the ground to Michael Ferrito. Michael Ferrito plays on, feeds a bit of candy, then goes long. Into the forward 50, no mark can be taken, but fallen to the front. Can they create something here? Alcott back here, back to Aaron Ferrito. Aaron Ferrito, kick towards goal. Set up on the square, can a mark be taken? Not quite, falls to the back. They've got the numbers, Martini chases it. And then Martini gathers it, runs around, stumps across his body. How's the accuracy looking? It's going to be cut off and marked on the line there by McKinley. So McKinley now down the line, but it's going to be cut off here by Schultz. Schultz handles over to Snoxel. Snoxel can unload. Snoxel puts it forward. How's the accuracy? Not going to quite make it, but it could be on the line. Kick towards goal. Step around his body. Oh, God, he's got it! No, it's gone through for a minor score. Geez, that looked close.
It looked pretty good, Trent, but
must have gone over the top of the post.
Has to have. You could see what position the umpire was in, standing right behind the post. I think just had to make a gut call.
Hansen now plays on from fullback, brings it up the line, but kick looking for Gaza, but it's gone over his head. Too much on it. Schultz mops it up, puts it inside forward 50. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can. Frankie Trott.
It's a brilliant kick.
It's been lively all day, but hasn't registered a goal on my records. I believe got two behinds.
But you're right, Trent, he's looked dangerous. It's been a bit of an almost day for him, but here's his chance.
So he'll line up 11 minutes in to this last quarter. In he comes to extend the lead. Trott begins his approach. Distance won't be a problem. Kicks on his way, and Trott puts it straight through. They extend their lead out now. It's going to be hard to come back from this.
It is.
Certainly is.
And
really well done.
30-point difference now for the Brookers. 10-11-71 they are to Emerald. 6-5-41. Frankie Trott gets his first goal for the afternoon. And that was most welcome for the home side. It's right for the ball to come back into the middle. But Emerald, it's going to be real uphill work from here. It's probably not just over, but they're going to have to get some goals very, very quickly. It has to be said as the ball comes back into the middle.
It's the ball back in the middle now to be thrown back up into play. Tapped down one by Snoxall, then almost grabs it out of the ruck himself. But bursting away is Gazzard, who's had a real war-like day, but he's been lively in some centre bounce chances as well. Over the black, and it might be taken, yes. Gives it off to Sewers, tackled. That's got to be holding the ball, and yes, it is. So that was their opportunity to go forward and get a quick response, but Michael Bourne stopped them in their tracks. Handball over the top. It's going to be holding the ball, but they can go back. Sewers makes up for it. He'll gather it now. 25-metre penalty as well. That's going to be crucial. Sewers now wasting no time. Puts it on the boot. Geez, that's not even going to make the difference, but Kapanki is there. McGough flies over the top and rushes it over the line. So, let off the hook there. 29 points the margin. Waller brings it back into play. Gives it over to Frater. Frater now has a look around. And he kicks it down the line in the Ferrito direction. Can't quite hold the mark with Stangwell's Volva. Volva now plays on. Kicks it down the line. Bumped off as he kicked it. Does all right though. Stays in play, but helped over the line there by Emerald's Jack Rakula.
It's a big bump on the boundary line just there. All fair and square, but that's some hard hitting.
Yep.
So the ball to be thrown back into play here. Ball's thrown back in, and it's Davies and Snoxall. Snoxall front position, taps it, then rows his own work. Sewers stopped him in his track, so then handballs it over the line. I thought he almost played deliberate for a second. He gave a similar signal, but it's just going to be a ball in, so Davies and Snoxall will have to do battle again.
So boundary throw in the broadcast wing. Snoxall up against Davies, as Trent mentioned. Snoxall's got front position, but Davies is going to win it to the back. Nearly shucked by Volta. Davies eventually does the ground level work. Little soccer forward, ineffective. Gathered by Edwards, and he's taken in a tackle. And it will be another stoppage. Forward to centre for Gembrook Cockatoo, who just want to soak up every second. They've got a 29-point margin. I just want to try and hold on. Such a crucial game, this one today. And another stoppage. Emerald doing everything they can to try and regain this lead. As the umpire calls for it once again. So Davies, in fact, up against Snoxall. Davies tries to thump it forward. Here's an opportunity for the Bombers. Pepe can send him inside forward 50, but he's turned it over. Weller with the relieving mark for Gembrook Cockatoo. Has Bourne out wide, decides against it, but he's turned it over. So the Bombers are going to go back inside forward 50. McGough's deep, all on his own. The kick takes an opportunity to get to him. And he's going to get a free kick for a top of the arms. Oh, Trent, that ball just took so long to get there, but McGough's got it anyway. Now McGough. He's got Kapanki as the deepest forward, but he's going to back himself in on the set shot.
You have to.
He had one from a similar spot, was unable to convert. This to get it back to 23 points of difference. Jack McGough already with 2 goals of the afternoon. And he's well and truly offline. He's missed the whole lot. Kick goes out of bounds on the full. And that's not what Emerald needed. Marley Williams with a free kick in the back pocket. Kick goes out wide. And Kapanki's taking the intercept mark. And he has to go back and kick this.
This is crucial.
It just has to go through. There is no,
and he can't waste time either.
No, there is no two ways about it.
I think Brodie Walker might have copped a knee in the chest or something in the gut. He seems to be in a lot of pain.
So Stephen Kapanki hasn't hit the scoreboard as of yet. Can the big ruckman go back and kick truly to get it back to 23 points of difference to give Emerald a bit of life? He most certainly can. They get one back, the Bombers, 7-6-48 to Gembrook Cockatoo, 10-11-71. We'll be going 16 minutes into the final quarter. Stephen Kapanki maybe gives Emerald one last chance.
Yeah, it might just be the last chance. Then it might be the fire starter. Exactly what they need. What we've been going 16 minutes in this last quarter.
4 straight goals. If they can get 4 straight goals, they'll be up by a point, but they can't concede any more from here, you would think. It's got to be all Emerald if they're going to win this game. One more goal for Gembrook Cockatoo, you reckon, probably gets them home.
Geez, I'd be having an arm on Josh Tilley if I was at Emerald.
Oh, most definitely. Well, Brad Pepe's his direct opponent at the moment. Up it goes. Davies won the tap. Here go the Brookers through the middle of the ground. They go wide to half forward. Aaron Ferrito, can he stick the mark? He's going to win a free kick. So not Ferrito, in fact, it's our mystery number 16. Wheels onto the right, boot, beautiful kick inside forward 50, but the mark wasn't taken by Walker. Free kick for holding the ball is going to go the Bombers' way, and they've got to be quick. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Sewers out wide, might go beyond him, couldn't take the mark. Here's an opportunity for Pepe. Connor Alcott takes him towards the boundary line. That ball not going anywhere. It's going to be a stoppage on the broadcast wing. So it's still a 23-point difference. Emerald desperately trying to get their way back into this game. Up it goes. Davies wins the tap. Sewers couldn't gather it. Picked up by Pepe. Dishes it off. Well done, Damien Volter. Paddles it in front of himself. Picks up the ground level ball. Goes to half forward. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can. They can continue to press Gembrook Cockatoo and they waste no time. Centering ball. No mark can be taken. Comes to ground level. There's a whistle. It's going to go Emerald's way.
I thought they called him play on for a second and they all stopped in their tracks.
Spalding goes out wide. Looking for his teammate here in Pakitas. Can he gather the ball in his control? He's turned it over. Pova, what can he do? Long kick towards goal from Pova, just falls short. And a relieving mark taken by Sewers.
So Sewers now will take the mark on the line. Has a look around. Then let's go long down the line kick. Can a mark be taken out the back? Yes, Kapanki again stands tall. Been crucial in this last quarter as they try and fight their way back. Goes wide looking for Pepe. Gets Pepe. Pepe, I thought he'd almost played on. The umpire didn't think so. Just pulled himself back just in time. So Pepe brings it in looking for Carasoni. Cut off there. Now, ball at the bottom of the ground. Kentilly just barged his way through, but a big strong tackle by Carasoni. It's going to be a ball up here right in front of us at half forward for for Emerald, sorry.
A couple of updates from Premier Division. Officer have extended the margin to 23 points, but Wandon have cut it back to 17.
Gee
whiz.
Mombok will be nervous.
And then they keep it moving. Kapanki, hand below the top. Sewers. Now they keep going. Kapanki with strong tackle on Schultz, but not going anywhere. Kapanki looks like he's nearly gone up. No, Bourne's coming from the side. Couldn't see him over the two on-ballers there. Alcott and Pepe not liking each other at the moment, each other's company, as the ball's thrown up now. Kapanki tapped down. Can they get the clearing kick here? Handball over to Pepe, but Alcott's there to cut him off. Pepe just pushes him out of the way, but it's going to go over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. And, geez, Alcott and that, they're really not getting along. And then just steps over him. And there has a little giggle too. I don't know why the runner's out there pushing. Yeah. He pushed the Emerald player as well. So be a free kick. Alcott now kicks it down the line. Then it's punched over. And it's going to be over there and he's going to come off the ground too. So it wasn't much in it though, really.
No, I don't think so, Trent. I think you're right.
But it's going to be thrown back into play here. For the two ruckmen to go at it. Looks like Bourne and Kapanki will go at it again. 20 minutes elapsed in this last quarter. Tap down, and here go Emerald. They try and burst away from this stoppage. Kick down the line. They've got a couple of players out the back. He can be taken. McGough! It's had some key moments, key marks in this last quarter and late in the third as well.
Definitely has.
Is he a bit too far out to score though?
No, I reckon he's got the leg here, Trent.
So McGough playing as the one out full forward now. And now they kick in there. Distance doesn't look a problem. How's the accuracy? Across the face. As I say that, I don't think we've seen Johnson, have we?
No, Stephen Kapanki's come off pretty sore as well, Trent. That's not what Emerald need at all.
He's been really crucial in this last part, so definitely not what they need. Have any of you seen Johnson? Because McGough is definitely playing it at it, and Schultz has gone to him. So that's interesting to... Yeah. Maybe he's just on the bench for the moment, but...
Haven't seen much of him, Trent. So anyway, Schultz loads up on the right group. He's found a man all on his own too as well. The Brookers on the counter-attack. Frankie Trott, the recipient of that kick from Schultz. Trott puts the Brookers inside forward 50 for Rito, the deepest forward. Here we go, Michael Ferrito. Can he get out the back? No, he pushed his opponent onto the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, Emerald get away with one, but time is starting to get away from them. They have to go through the corridor. They have to take risks. Petter in a 2-on-1. Couldn't win, but he gets himself a free kick, Jake Petter. A bit of a lucky break for the Bombers. Petter goes out wide. Beautifully done to Edwards. Edwards has got to tuck it under his arm and go. Here is Ewan Wadsworth. Can put the Bombers inside forward 50. McGough again! He is threatening to rip this last quarter to shreds, and he's got an opportunity to get it back to 16 points the difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jack McGough. Really crucial kick in the context of this game.
Just a quick note, I did see Dave Johnson on the bench. I think he's just taking some rest off. I don't know what he's been doing for the rest of the game.
Jack McGough from the boundary line. Looks pretty good off the boots. just offline. Oh, McGough unable to convert, and time continues to be the enemy for Emerald. They still need to kick 4 goals to get back in front. They're doing all the scoring, but they're just not converting the opportunities. Well with the kicking duties. Long kick out of the back half. Connor Alcott. No ball will fly from the back. Frater unable to gather it cleanly. Carasoni, is that holding the ball? Umpire calls them to go. Frater again. High up and under ball on the left. And that should work out for Gembrook Cockatoo. The relieving mark taken by Volta. Volta is in no hurry, and rightly so too, with his team 21 points ahead deep in the last. Long kick down the line. No mark can be taken. Opportunity for Martini. Dishes off to Walcott. Swings back onto the right boot. Centering ball. Can a mark be taken? Here's an opportunity for Aaron Frieda, but he couldn't gather it cleanly. Ball goes through his legs. Ewan Wadsworth through the corridor. Go Emerald. Long kick. No mark can be taken by Gazzard. Weller couldn't gather it. Henson dishes it back on that occasion there to Marley Williams. Weller. Long kick to half forward. No mark can be taken. Still a chance though with the Brookers. Long kick, high up and under ball, looks pretty good, and it's just fallen short. Oh, very well done on that occasion by Allen. Got back just in time, and the Brookers don't get that goal. Allen gets them out of the defensive 50, or does he? Oh, well done by Davies. Brave stuff from Kai Davies, and he's sore. He is very, very sore indeed, but his team needed him to do that. He put his body on the line, he attacked the footy. And most importantly for Emerald, he took the mark as they continue to press down the line, Trent.
So down the line they go. Then they look to bring it up to centre half forward. Petter stands tall, then gives a handball over the running Carasoni. Carasoni kicks high up and under. McGough is there, Schultz is there, and it's going to go through for a minor score off the boots of Carasoni. So now able to convert. Another chance gone wasted here for Emerald late when they need to be grabbing onto every chance they can get late in this game. So Schultz will bring this ball back into play for Gembrook Cockatoo. Has a couple of teammates leading at it, but then he kicks to the pack. But it's, Emerald here. A little juggle, but holding on to it there. Bailey Gross brings it into Petter. Petter uses Wadsworth. Wadsworth puts it into the direction of McGough. McGough flies just over his head. Can they get over here? Handball over the top. Now they go through Weller. Weller runs away, has a bounce. Interestingly enough, not the time you want to have a bounce. McGough nearly mopped it up, but Weller goes back in and gets it. Big pressure laid here. Tackle laid by Carasoni and Wadsworth. Ball going to be balled up in the forward pocket here now for Emerald. 25 minutes gone in this last quarter. No, Ruckman really got a tap down there. They appeal for holding the ball because he's dragged it in, and he's got to give it. Is there enough time? I'm not sure, but you never say never. Carasoni not happy with the treatment here, but lucky probably not to get it reversed. So Carasoni needs to go for it and put it through straight away. I don't know if there's enough time, but if there is, he needs to put this through right now. And he has.
Ooh, there we go.
I'm not sure, guys. That's his second for the day, but time is their enemy at the moment. 25 and a half minutes gone.
I did just hear a whistle. I don't know if that was just someone checking if it still worked, or they seem to be running back to the middle, but I swear I'm not going crazy.
Well, the second and third quarters went for 29 minutes each, so that would suggest maybe 3.5 left to go. But that's
what are we at? 14 points.
But we also had the yellow card incident. We had the injury time for Gazzard. I imagine this one will be a little shorter.
Yep.
So ball back in the middle of the ground to be followed up. Front of Davies goes in the ruck now, wins that tap down. Can they go forward again here? Emerald ball at the bottom of the pack. Sewers gets a handball out and then just chuck it on the boot. They go to centre half forward. Petter is down there. Going to be a free kick. It's going to go the way of Petter.
Well.
He has to turn around and put this forward through. Is that 25 because it didn't go back to him? No, I think he was trying to get it too.
Teammate
and why not? Petter runs back to his mark. Has to go through.
Yep.
Quickly gets to the top of his mark. Kick. Jeez, that's a loose kick. But can a mark be taken by Seskis? Unable to. McGough goes in. Seskis at ground level. Seskis starts around the body. He's put it through.
Oh boy.
8 points the margin. 26 and a half minutes gone in this game. Can Emerald do it again?
They couldn't, could they?
This would be one of the most insane comebacks if Emerald pulled this off. So nearly 27 minutes have elapsed in the last quarter. We don't know how long to go, and suddenly it is back to an 8-point difference.
They need to get this clearance straight away, Emerald, and just go bang.
They do.
The next two, really.
They do. They've exactly right, Trent. They've just got to be out of the middle and in there quickly. So
Your Gembrook Cockatoo, you just go on man.
You do, exactly right. Maybe even numbers behind the ball. You can't do that just yet with a 6-6-6, but the second it's not a centre bounce. Here we go. What can they do, the Bombers? Can they get the ball moving forward? Kai Davies gets the handle away just in time. There's the siren! And the Brookers hold on. A late surge from Emerald falls short, and Gembrook Cockatoo come away with an 8-point victory over their arch rivals Emerald. 10-11-71 to 9-9-63. A crucial victory in the context of this season to try and avoid relegation. The last time we checked as well, Officer was still ahead of Wooriallic, and if they do win that game, Emerald will be bottom of the ladder. So such an important win today for the Brookers, Adam.
Yeah, it certainly was. As we said, so they're 9th and 8th at the moment, these two sides, but with the Officer game and them currently taking on Wooriallic and taking the win, one of these teams is in danger of relegation.
Officers home, 20 points.
Officers home.
20 points, that's I'm calling it, they're home.
There we go.
Oh my goodness me.
Wanda went down too.
Wanda went down? Yeah, okay. Wowzers. So this is all of a sudden, this is a very big game in terms of context. What does this mean for Emerald? Can
bottom
they
of the
avoid
ladder.
relegation? Yeah, exactly right. So for the rest of this season, you'd say that Emerald's going to be fighting for their position to not be relegated from
exactly
this
right. They do play Officer again in a couple of weeks' time, and that's going to be such a... I think we actually will be calling that game in a couple of weeks' time. So that game will have big ramifications for the loser, most likely. But we'll take a look at some scores from around the ground. Alinda Fernie Creek with a dominant victory over Upwey Tacoma. 23-13, 151, defeating the Tigers. 9-8-62. Gembrook Cockatoo, of course, coming away with a win here. 10-11-71 to Emerald. 9-9-63. As Trent mentioned before, Monbulk have ended the undefeated run of Wandon with a 16-point victory. Monbulk, you just can't really get a gauge on them.
Nah.
They've beaten Wooriallic, they've beaten Wandon this season, they've been able to do it against the best. Maybe, just maybe, if they could get on a run in finals, who knows. But 12-10-82, they defeated 9-12-66, a very impressive victory. Mount Evelyn well and truly keep their season alive with a 5-goal win over Hillsville. 9-11-65 to the Bloods, 5-5-35. And Officer, it's not confirmed just yet, but they are still 19 points adrift of Wooriallic, 15-9-99 to the Tigers, 11-14-80.
Well, it can't be much.